station with the hottest station with the hottest music.
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, but go on with it. Yeah, is it? Are you kidding
Look who the on the line.
us, yeah. So we are coming here with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reaping, we coursing on full. But we don't rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks that we need it the most. We have to give thanks that we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings that us to the plus. And gratitude is a must. Yeah, see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast to the friends that take off. Below one time, this sit down in a
Yes,
class.
sir.
Before them, on the set the road, and me go on with the road. Third form is a me try a thing. And you know it formed up to be a fire thing. Now up on stage with chronic say I sing, yeah. See me all dig it soon, get the higher ring. Like hello brother, me say I just shot ya. Saw your post a spectacular photo. Keep it burning, yes, that's the motto. If me the butter pass through your soul to your body in a life, man. Me have to thank God for the journey, the earnings and the for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast to the friends that take off. Me load one time, then sit down in a class. I'm for them, all the set the road, them go on with it, go on with it. That's how blessings upon me. And say me tell them a story. That's how blessings upon me. And that's how I'm gonna give him the door. Breathe, I'm delighted. Jano say my passion ignited. Got the music, me excited. Coming like a potion.
You can use to improve your lives. And good afternoon, my listeners and viewers. We'll be talking to Reverend Roper. Reverend Roper, are you there? I'm not hearing him at all. Um, we're supposed to. We are. I was expecting. I'm expecting to talk to Enrico at 2:30. But if Enrico is on the line, Enrico Woolford, is a Guyanese journalist, and lots of things has been happening in Guyana in recent times. Lots of political things, things which are not nice. Mr. Woolford, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you and to your listeners and viewers.
Yes. What can you tell me? I observe a number of things, including lawsuits coming from members of the opposition. What is the latest happenings in Guyana?
What is happening is the latest political play is about the local government elections and what ought to happen. Local government elections are supposed to be held in Guyana every 2 years, and those elections would put up the mayors and the deputy mayors and the councillors for the various towns and the city of Georgetown, and of course for the local democratic organs, the neighborhood democratic councils, and what have you. But those elections are called for next year. The local government minister made that announcement earlier this year, and the Guyana Elections Commission has to prepare for it. And the Guyana Elections Commission seems to have put up a voters list that was not correctly and properly drawn up. And it is as a result of that you had a court case which is chief scrutineer for the opposition party, the APNU, and the other parties that form the coalition. That scrutineer is saying that the voters list was not properly drawn up, and as a result, the Chief Elections Officer, Mr. Vishnu Prasad, wrote to the Chairman of the Elections Commission, Justice retired Claudette Singh, to say that that period to get voters list has to be extended, and therefore the nomination day for the local government elections cannot be the day that it was supposed to be. So everything has been rescheduled, postponed, or delayed in some form or fashion. What happened as a result of all of that is the Special Organized Crime Unit seemed to have all of a sudden, in coincidence with the chief scrutineer, a lady by the name of Carol Joseph, that Special Organized Crime Unit all of a sudden brought charges against Carol Joseph, and those charges relate to something that happened in 2016. Now, the Shadow Attorney General, Roysdale Ford Senior Counsel, has said it's clear that these charges were brought because it's the same Carol Joseph who brought a legal action to challenge the process for the local government elections.
Yes.
So the lawyers representing Ms. Joseph see it as retaliatory rather than just regular.
Right. Because why is it that matter has been brought up just as she has filed the suit? It leaves some
But that's what
questions.
it tells us that somebody is directing the police in a way that the police ought not to be directed in an organized or normal state. On the regular circumstances, the police ought not to take political direction, and if that is happening, that is a worrisome development in the country.
I also observed that the government, I observed another report where the government has been sued for withholding funds from, is Afro-Guyanese? You aware of that?
Say that again. I didn't.
No, I read
You
a
said the
report.
government is sued for.
Yeah, for withholding funds from Afro-Guyanese. Are you aware of that one?
Well, what the report is a collection of data,
Yes.
where it clearly shows that when you look at how contracts and how other state funds are allocated, funds are allocated disproportionately in favor of Indian Guyanese in particular, supporters of the ruling party and government specifically. And that is of concern because you cannot have a regular state, a modern state being run on discriminatory practices. And it would appear from the data that was presented both by a prominent attorney here, Nigel Hughes, and I think opposition MP highlighted what Mr. Hughes had written and had compiled. David Patterson, the former public infrastructure minister, that look, contracts are being awarded in 1.8 billion for Indian Guyanese companies or companies that seem to be supporters of the ruling party and the government, and African Guyanese companies are not getting those kinds of contracts. And either they were able to get some contracts. The contracts do not amount to that those sums of money that
Yes.
would enrich some
Mhm.
and cause others to struggle to for economic development.
Okay, yeah. What is happening on the oil front in Guyana? Is everything there all right, or there are problems?
Well, I think it was the late Eric Williams, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, who used to say oil doesn't spoil. So the oil is spoiling, but it is spoiling a lot of people and a lot of actions in the country. Like how you can spoil children. I
Yes.
think that is what is happening with oil in Guyana. It's causing a lot of concern that the society is not being structured correctly and properly to use the wealth coming from the oil industry. And I just mentioned the disproportional aspect of contracts and what have you, and how areas are being developed. And you also have the fact that even in terms of oil blocks, no oil block has been awarded to African Guyanese. And African Guyanese play a particularly strong role in the development of the country, going back to slavery. And a lot of people don't like you to say that, to try to make it out as though that was just a period of history, but that was more than 300 years of people who were not rewarded at all
Yes.
for their work and helped to develop the society and make the society habitable. And then they are continue to be cast aside, even in an oil-rich society. Of course, to be fair to the government of the day, the government of the day will say, look, we are putting in development plans to benefit all of Guyana. But the fact that we are trying to promulgate a one Guyana policy tells us that the government itself sees Guyana not as a one Guyana. It sees several Guyanas, and that is a major concern. If in this day and age we're still talking about one Guyana, when that then presupposes that there are two or three or four Guyanas.
Yes. Yes. Well, Mr. Woolworth, from the impression is created as if just as just at a time when Guyana is supposed to be focusing on ensuring that the oil wealth is properly used to improve the lives of the Guyanese people. It would appear, and one would argue that the political forces would be the ones, or some of the leading ones who are supposed to be directing this course. But right now, the impression is created as if the country is on a divisive pathway.
Unfortunately, a lot of people, particularly in the opposition, are seeing that. If you talk to people in government and if you talk to some people on the street, they say, "Well, we've got wealth now, and we can all share in that wealth."
Yes.
But it is not a matter of whether how we share the pie, is how we grow the pie, and how we use our human capital to ensure that each and every Guyanese can benefit from, could I call it, the spoils of oil? But there is the deep concern that, as you say, can be a divisive concern, that if you do not manage the oil wealth in such a way that it benefits all persons, then you are going to run into problems.
Yes.
However, when you look at societies over the years that have had oil, one of the challenges is that those societies are often torn by internal strife and internal uh, divisive language and behavior. And Guyana has to avoid that at all costs. And how to avoid that is not for me as a journalist to recommend, but as a citizen, it would be a wonderful idea if we sit down around the table as a country using our elected stakeholders and other civic-minded persons and national stakeholders and say, what is our development plan? How can everybody benefit from this development plan and move forward from there, as against trying to make political hay or to take a political advantage from having the money to spend. I mean, you can build roads, you can put revetment along our waterways. You can make sure our water is managed properly and we have proper drainage and irrigation. But that means that persons have to come together and, as people say, hold one head, that the country, as a country, could grow and develop. I was out of the country for 3 months, and I'm shocked. I got back, and various appliances at my home are not working because we still have problems with power supply in Guyana. One of my neighbors pointed out that while I was out, we got blackouts almost every day. We still have problems with how we manage our flood situation. As you know, part of Guyana, particularly the coast, is below sea level,
Yes.
and therefore we have to manage how water comes off the land when it rains, and this is the rainy season. We still have problems in terms of road transportation, getting from one point to another. Our bridges seem to have challenges. Even our air transportation has some difficulty. So our infrastructure needs to be worked on. Our education system needs to be worked on. And we as a country, because we have this oil wealth, need to put in place sustainable development goals that will benefit all Guyanese. And when I say all Guyanese, I don't mean that the Guyanese who have had an advantage in terms of economic power should continue to have that advantage without bringing everybody up to that level, to ensure that the country moves forward without internal strife.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, sir, I can tell you that Rebel Radio is keeping those activities on its agenda. And we only hope what we would like to have is to get some more CARICOM input, because we don't want we don't want Guyana to go through any instability at this time, because it is just time for the people to just come together and make the decisions, as you are saying, those infrastructure problems, to deal with the educational problems, deal with the cost of living problems, and make people's life better. So we are going to keep these affairs on our agenda, and I want to thank you very much for informing us and keeping us informed. And this platform is readily open to you, Mr. Woolworths.
Well, thank you for allowing me to do so.
No problem, sir. Thank you very much. That was
Okay, goodbye now.
Yes, thank you. That was the Guyanese journalist Enrico Woodhouse will host and keep us informed, keep us on the front page so that we can know what is happening to our brothers and sisters in Guyana. This is Rebel Radio. We supposed to be talking to Dr. Roper. He was in Africa and he has developed a program which will impact the youth. Do we have him online? Dr. Roper, good afternoon. Dr. Roper. He's not there yet. Dr. Roper, are you hearing me? I don't know what is happening. But while we wait on Dr. Roper, the discussion about the crime problem in Jamaica continues. And I see this morning two prominent lawyers were saying that without the regulations, the state of emergency is toothless. And we are wondering why the government has not tabled those regulations. We just can't understand that. This is not what it is supposed to be. Let us take a break. And no, I'm being told that no, we must continue. Yes. Do we have Dr. Roper now? Hello? Yes. While we are sorting out our technical issues with Dr. Roper. Yes. So we are wondering why the government has not tabled the regulations along with the states of emergency. And there's also a lot of debate about the bail. There are plans to introduce some new regulations governing bail. And the lawyers are arguing that what is proposed by the government will, in fact, breach the Constitution. The president of the Jamaica Bar Association came out against it yesterday, and the lecturers from the University Norman Manley Law School have also pointed out the problems with the Bail Act. We only hope that, yes, we have a crime problem, and it's a very serious crime problem. But at the same time, we have to ensure that whatever we do is in accordance with the Constitution. It does not argue well for us, and it is not a good thing for us to impose laws that will breach the Constitution in our fight against crime. That won't help the situation, So whatever is done, we want to ensure that it is done in a legal way, done in a way that will not, as I said, breach the Constitution, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for us to breach the Constitution as we in our fight against the crime. What is happening to Dr. Roper? We're not getting through to him. Well, I don't know what is happening at all. Let us take a break. Let us take a break. And let me try and see if I can find Dr. Roper.
All road leads to new budget supplies. From now until Christmas, big discounts and super bargains. Hey, up to 25% off. 20% off UPVC French windows. 10% off tiles. Decorative hardboard. $1,999. Bargains on slat wall, form ply, dress ply, lumber, steel, and lots more. Open every Sunday until Christmas. 195 Hazelbrook Road. Telephone 923-4560. New budget supply. Always the best prices.
Tried but couldn't get your love. Slowly tried to trick her with his money. Turn around and wonder what she is made of. She is love, this rude little thing we got going. It will last as long as our hearts are beating. She is love, this rude little thing we got going. It will last as long as our hearts are beating. There's one thing I can say, it's leaving you so early in the morning. This 9 to 5 I had surely getting filled in and for the third time this week, I think I'm gonna have to call in sick. If I leave you now, I'll be losing my mind. I hope you never get tired.
I come in famous and represent DJ Ravers. Be a musical lap the street. Cause some boy wait.
Amen to supervise. Think I'm gonna have to call in sick now. Can't be no more like this now. There's one thing I can say, it's leaving you so early in the morning. This 9 to 5 I had surely getting filled in and for the third time this week, I think I'm gonna have to call in sick. If I leave you now, I'll be losing my mind. I hope we never get tired, and I never have to go to work. No one knocking on the door, disrespecting the notice girl. Sorry, no baby crying, and no harm, no wind. Just the whisper of our voices all morning long. A man who don't sweet treat his woman, surely wasting a lot of time. She might not say it, but she needs tenderness in her life. When I look in her eyes, baby, I see clear as the morning sun. I gotta take some more time off and give you extra fun. Don't you like it? I hope you never get tired, and I never have to go to work. No one knocking on the door, disrespecting the notice girl. No baby crying, and
All road leads to new budget supplies. From now until Christmas, big discounts and super bargains. Hey, up to 25% off. 20% off UPVC French windows. 10% off tiles. Decorative hardboard. $1,999. Bargains on slat wall, form ply, dress ply, lumber, steel, and lots more. Open every Sunday until Christmas. 195 Hazelbrook Road. Telephone 923-4560. New budget supply.
Where will we go? When the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road.
Yes. Welcome back to Rebel Radio. And was today's Friday, and we are talking to a number of guests. We have with us right now, Dr. Garnet Roper and Menelik, are you there? Hello, Menelik. Dr. Roper? Dr. Roper? No, I am searching for another guest who's supposed to be online. Is he there?
Okay.
Menelik. I don't know what is happening, why I'm not hearing Menelik at all. But Dr. Roper, you were telling you want to talk to us about your program for Africa. What's the name of that program? What is the name of the program that you want to talk about?
We want to talk about the division in the world where they find it rich and poor.
The what?
No use the World Cup to talk about the world divided, the rich and poor.
Oh, I see. Go ahead. Let me hear that. Hear on that. Dr. Roper, go ahead. Hello.
Yeah?
Go ahead. The line is open for you.
Yeah. Well, today when Brazil lost to Croatia, I paid attention to something that football has changed. You know, the European team, who have the big money, come play only for a draw, and then they win on penalties. And if it don't matter how much talent you have, you just end up on the deck. Because referees are trained to look for fouls and to penalize the weaker teams. Right?
But what was it?
Everything else in the world.
But hold on.
I'm organizing.
Dr. Roper, hold on a second. The last today, the match between Croatia and Brazil, was it what
Brazil
role?
lost and penalty.
Yeah, but what role did the referee play?
Brazil lost.
Yes, I know that Brazil. I know that Brazil lost. But I am asking you, what role did the referee played in that match? Did they play any role? Why Brazil lost? Was it a referee?
No, not in any one decision. Not in any one decision. But the combination of this decision made, Croatia got most of the fouls. They could kick a Brazil player. The referee wouldn't take action in any particular way.
But it's a penalty shootout.
Croatia has a referee, make a big thing of it. Till after a while, the players really become more tentative.
Oh, I see. Menelik, are you there? Yes, Menelik, do you share what Dr. Roper is saying about that match between Brazil and Croatia?
No. I'm making a specific comment about the match. I'm making a comment about the outcome.
Yes.
The outcome is to European dominance. When we used to dominate Europe in the 70s, they used to buy Italians, tell them Europe and make them play like Europeans. But no, that's not what they're doing. What they're doing is that making the game less about talent and more about system. So, for instance, Croatia played for a draw. for penalties. They are planning to win the match by winning it at an open play. They are planning to win the match by making it go to penalty and then win the penalty shootout.
Okay, all right. Menelik, what is your comment on that? Menelik.
Greetings.
Yes.
Greetings.
Yes. I'm asking you, what is your comment on Dr. Roper's observation of the Croatia-Brazil match?
Well, I would tend to agree with him because Brazil has not played their original football game.
Yes.
So there seems to be some mind manipulation going on at that level.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, but okay. Well, we will see. See what is it? What Brazil is still in? Brazil is not out.
Brazil out, yes.
Oh, Brazil is out. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know that is supposed to be a lot of. There's supposed to be a lot of shock in Jamaica about that, because a lot of Jamaicans cheered for Brazil. I know that. But Menelik,
No, a lot of Jamaicans cheer for Brazil in the past. A lot of Jamaicans cheer now, but a lot of Jamaicans cheer for others.
yes.
Spain, Germany, Argentina.
Yeah. Menelik, I know you want to comment on some other matters. What are those?
Well, I'm talking about my
No.
youth
One of the
exchange.
Menelik, yes, go ahead, Menelik.
Yes, one of the pressing issues that we have is the homelessness in Jamaica. And the government needs to link homelessness and squatting with crime. The statistics are showing that 90% of the crime that is committed is in line with these squatter settlements and homeless areas.
Yes.
We need to change the status quo of these people. Land must be allocated to every Jamaican. Land is power. And as they
I
say,
agree with
land
that.
is real estate. That's the real thing that you can use to change your status in life.
Yes.
Yeah, but that is insofar as commercial institution will accept land as collateral. Too many people own land and the bank will accept it as collateral. The squatter settlements becomes not just that they don't have land, that they have, they are powerless. So the communities have no roads, have no security, have no cleaning of their sanitation, have all kind of disease, bred in their area.
Yes.
But one of the things that we must look at, is that
Yeah.
the authorities know the power of land. And this law that they brought into being, adverse possession. If you are
Yeah.
living on a land, a privately owned land, for 12 years, undisturbed, you can apply and get the title to adverse possession. But in the
Yes.
case of government land, you have to be on the same land for 60 years. Why is the difference there? That's a disparity.
Yes. Well, you see, we have to remember, that the original state, the post-slavery state, nothing was put in place to address landlessness. And the state that succeeded the slavery state, which is our state run by our people, they have not taken all the steps necessary to address the post-slavery situation. Because if they did, then they would have changed the laws. What we are witnessing here is that the Jamaican state, the state after 1834, and since we are having elections of our own since 1944, the states have done very little to address.
In fact, that is why elections, the masses are not really participating in elections anymore, because elections is less about real economic changes.
Yes. You mean for them?
Elections is more about tinkering at the edges.
Yes. Yes. Because for what Menelik pointed out a while ago is that there is a significant difference between those who, in other words, if you are living on land, state land, you would have to be living there for 60 years before you could take any action about getting a title, own anything about ownership. Whereas if you are living on private land, after 12 years you can do so. Now the question is that why is the state why the state is protecting itself against the people, against its own people?
Yeah, because it really exists. It exists for those who already benefit and are benefiting from what it has.
Yes.
That's the nature of politics now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're not getting this, the social side is coming out and fighting against the fact that the neoliberal state have produced greater divisions between rich and poor, you know?
Yeah.
And expanded the poor.
Yeah.
When they come out of university now, it costs the government.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't want to empower the masses.
Menelik, what is the UNIA? Just educate our listeners and viewers the UNIA's position on land reform in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Menelik.
Well,
We have to talk to get these things back on the agenda.
Yes, Menelik, go ahead.
yes, we are actually going through the law known as the Crown Property Vesting Act. And, you know, after 1834, the African descendants got no land, but the so-called owners of slaves got land and compensation, monetary compensation.
Yes.
And the crown vesting is showing that the crown still owns Jamaica. And in its subsection 8 is saying that at the death of the queen, the land goes to her heirs and her successors.
Yes.
Right? In the Crown Property Vesting Act. So we are being dishonest with ourselves when we said Jamaica is independent at 1962 and that emancipation was there for the African descendants.
Yeah.
When we are still tied to economic slavery.
Mm-hmm.
And it was intended for us to be landless also, because after the 1865 Moran Day uprising. All land was taken away from the Bogle family, who Paul Burke 5,000 years ago. That was taken away. So we need to understand that we are playing our standard role in Jamaica up to today when we look at land.
Yes.
And we are going to go to and get to the bottom of it. That land must be returned to the people, and every Jamaican must be given a plot of land.
Okay.
You know, Trevor Mann wrote his dissertation, his doctoral dissertation on the subject of landlessness in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And he found that after independence, that is the most decisive thing, that they passed into law that land to protect land ownership.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and in fact, at independence, only one person raised anything about land. I think it was Ash 9.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Everybody else leave it alone, and the political class, they start talking about land, then the media come down on that person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So politics is less and less about the people and more about business and business interests.
Yes. Yes.
We have to get it down back to the people.
Yes. Yeah. Reverend Roper, I know you earlier on. Is there a program that you are working with for to?
I'm working on a young people's tour of Africa. Spending 6 weeks in each of the country that we go to.
Mm-hmm.
I expect a program to last about 28 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I take young people, graduate young people. My intention is that when they see Africa firsthand and see the issue firsthand, they will understand themselves better, and they'll understand policy options better.
Mm-hmm.
So it was about heritage and leadership development, policy formation. They're too far from the motherland. And the same for the Africans. Yeah, they will come to know us and we know them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So when this program is supposed to start?
Let me give you an example. Botswana is one of the fastest growing economy in the world, right? In Africa. And Botswana exports diamond. And I think they export must be 23 billion tons of diamond.
Yes.
Russia export more than them. And yet, Botswana is having a cash crunch. No.
Why?
Right? So we have to go and then re-examine some of these economic prescriptions that are given to us going towards, so we can challenge them.
Mm-hmm.
So I expect to be looking for about 50 men and women.
50 million what?
Right? 25 years and above. Preferably university graduates. And send them to Tanzania, Zambia, DRC, and Botswana. They spend 6 weeks in each of those countries. And I'm hoping, I was talking Hope John Dunn today, I'm hoping to organize horses. So they'll ride horses during their 6 week stay.
Mm. So how will they be transported? I mean, tell us about the
Yeah.
cost for transportation and all that. How is that being arranged?
They'll have to fly.
Yeah, I know, but who's going to
I'll
fund the
have to
cost?
convince some of the countries that can pay to pay for the students that from their country.
The
Of
students who
course,
are
they will pay for the students from their country, but I want them to pay for others as well, you know.
No, I'm talking about those students who you're organizing from Jamaica. Tell us.
Yeah, all it is intended that all of it will be free. That I'd have to get bilateral sources to pay. I'm also hoping that Jamaicans or who have migrated to England and their children are their second or so third generation, there will be some of those involved and they will pay for themselves, you know. But they are going to come to learn about the Caribbean and learn about Africa and learn about our leaders and learn about our sites and build their own heritage.
So you're also talking about African young people coming to Jamaica.
Yeah. Why not bring African young people from each of the 4 countries?
It sounds like an exchange program.
So they'll be on and they'll come. For a pretty long time.
Yeah.
Like 3 months in Jamaica.
Okay. Menelik, what you think about this? What sounds like an exchange?
Yes,
That's an excellent idea. And we are actually from the UNIA looking at a similar proposal put forward by our President General,
Yes.
who has been awarded 1,000 acres of land in Liberia. And we have started a farm there, we have started a school, and we are hoping to have an exchange program where our school graduates can go to Liberia to assist. It will be reciprocated. The Liberians will also come to Jamaica. We have established a farm known as the Liberty Farm.
Yes.
And we are going to actually put up our factories on the farm. Just recently we planted over 50,000 pineapples. And we are setting up the factory that we will process all the processes. Pineapple slices, pineapple juice, pineapple nectar. And we are also looking at the medicinal value of pineapple.
Yes.
Pineapple is excellent because it has an enzyme known as bromelain, which assists people that is affected with arthritis. So we are going to have the add-on value of the nutraceutical value of the pineapple and other fruits.
Okay. All right. So, gentlemen, we can see that is certainly that is an avenue for more understanding between our African people and us in Jamaica. We can see that. Reverend Roper, when you intend, what is the timeline to get this program started?
Well, I'm planning for the first one to be next year.
Yes. Okay.
I'm presently dotting the I's and crossing the T. And I have to decide who will be the young people. Will I just pick up young people randomly? Is there the reselection?
Okay. All right. Gentlemen, are there any other areas that you think that we should be focusing on right now? I'm talking.
I think that is good, it deserves some focus though, is how undemocratic meaning how little they believe in democracy, the present leadership of the country is. How often they look at suspending rights and so on, and freedom.
Yes, yes. Menelik, what are some of the areas you think that we need to look at in order to preserve democracy?
Well, definitely justiciable rights.
Crime has escalated to such a height. It's hard to suppress crime. What we need is social re-engineering. You know, the task force on crime by the Honorable Leslie Wolf over 20 years ago said for us to fix crime, this is a 100-page document. And at the end of it, he's saying to fix crime, you have to fix the minds of the people. So we need social re-engineering at the highest level in Jamaica today. And this is why the UNIA, we are about adopting schools that we go in and start the corrective action in the school.
Okay.
The problem is that we don't know how to live except in conflict. You know, one I think that struck me when I was in Zambia is how difficult people's circumstances were. For example, you get to, if you fail your O levels, you can't get back into any public sector job. Right? In fact, there was a minister of government, very successful minister of government, that when he was coming to the end of his first term in office, it was found out that he had not in fact gone to grade 12 to succeed in that grade 12. What he did was go to a trade trading institution. And so
Reverend Roper? Look as if we have lost him. Menelik, are you there? Reverend Roper? Look as if we have lost. Menelik, are you there?
You see the mic. Are you hearing me? The mic.
Yeah. Yes, Menelik. We seem to have lost.
Oh, you hearing me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So we are almost at the end of the program. What are your final thoughts?
Well, my final thought is that to save Jamaica, we have to go through the process of re-engineering, the social engineering of our children. It is hard to see high schools teaching the same curriculum, but yet still we have 80% failure in the inner city areas, and we have 90% passes in the traditional high school.
Yes.
It is about the social graces that are different. We have to change the way that we socialize the youth in the inner city.
Yes, yes. Menelik, I want to thank you very much for your contribution. And, you know, we are faced with a lot of problems, and we just have to work as hard as we can and focus on finding solutions. I want to thank you very much, and you know that this platform is open for us to discuss the issues affecting our lives. I want to thank Reverend Roper. We lost him just a while ago, and for his contribution to today's discourse. This is Rebel Radio.
All road leads to new budget supplies. From now until Christmas, big discounts and super bargains. Gauge up to 25% off. 20% off UPVC French windows. 10% off tiles. Decorative hardboard. $1,999. Bargains on slat wall, form ply, dress fly, lumber, steel, and lots more. Open every Sunday until Christmas. 195 Hackleburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New budget supplies. Always the best prices.
No more relationship. Me, I go put you on lockdown. I put your body on lockdown. You got me on lock now. You got my person on lock. Oh, if you love me, you should let me. You should let me. You should let me know. And if you don't know, better feel let me. Better feel let me. I better you let me go. Pulling up, pulling up, pulling up. Nobody deal with the bagel and talking. Me nothing know we are chilling in an apartment. Hope you don't mind me asking, where will we go? When the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road. Mommy, me gonna start, pull up in a fast car, yeah. I know fast start, make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you're feeling me, you know I'm feeling you. So what now we for do, yeah. Say you want travel, we go Hope Valley. Say you hope in your love and not just no tally. Make my heart full of some, I love you totally. Do my own thing, I'm in no trouble, nobody. I'm watching out on the party, yo. And they didn't near, but them I watch me now. Swing on me, no miss like Pacquiao. What you feeling for hot coffee, yo? What you know, what you know. All you want talk, but how much you money. Yeah, anything you want.
The hits just keep on coming. We got more hits for you, so stay tuned.
Where will we go?
Your music, your request.
The radio station you can't live without. This is your radio.
You know I'm feeling you, baby. So what now we for do? Baby, are you feeling me? Cause I'm really feeling you. Baby, are you feeling me?
The other stations are still playing commercials. Meanwhile, here's another hint.
Hey, it's a girl Shadis here with a message to you from myself and the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Shen Yang, everyone see we wear a mask with the numbers drop. I don't want COVID, lay you down flat. Nose and mouth, you fi cover up that. Oh, 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 oh. Sanitizer gets hospitalized. Fight the virus, then fight for your life, yeah. Nobody talk about say you no response no more. Don't be reckless, cause your test say you not have it. You can still get the virus from somebody. Don't be reckless, cause your test say you not have it. You can still get the virus. So keep the numbers down. Protect yourself and the people around. COVID in town, 6 feet apart and 6 feet in the ground. Yeah. Keep the numbers down. Protect yourself and the people around. COVID in town, 6 feet apart and 6 feet in the ground. Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive.
The station with the artist station with the artist music.
NPR on the street, can't stand on the feet. When it's time to whistle, I do it. Every stage show, whistle, I keep. Every big song, them on repeat. Them a respond in a them feet, them a clap hand. Me give them heart attack in my altar back. Enough style, we have them can't alter that. Me start to track and then me start to attack. So what am I gonna do right after that? Me only spit lyrics, not really talk a lot. And I know touchdown like quarterback. For my counter, they wanna give me half of that. Me coulda do it for the hype, but me rather not. Give me joy for a rhyme pan beat. Lay down like white line pan street. Music sweeter just like one treat. Drop it hotter than island heat. Yeah, me with the island floor. Could
coulda be digital, I don't know. Yeah, some people say I don't grow. Tell them one car time go show and me kick like a ball of telly. Yes, me look me top on a telly. Give me the world and me a go shelly. Me say that I'm raging, but it's an Nelly. Give me the rhythm, I chop it a chop. When me finish it, it a drop. No some voice have a proper on that. But my name still on a platinum attack. The reggae music it causing the commotion and the music hit me. Put me like a potion, why? Alright, yeah. Me have the waves never stuck in the ocean. I got the style them smoother than a lotion, why? Yeah, now I know everybody got the keys, but me have it with my seat.
How you bad
The paper, forget the youth them not cater. That's why the country not safer. Here's to the guns and pride out here. You know no much make a smile out here. Here's to the youths them wild out here. Bumbling up on me hype on the beat. Look out for coffee me life on the street. They are 5 feet but me sharp like 2. Take coffee me name so my bar with the heat. I take the heat and I melt to the ice and a politician out. But them start pay price if you nine months out. No black beer nice. Coffee any politician do not play. Now it's the reggae music it causing the commotion. And the music hit me. Put me like a potion. Why? Alright, yeah. We have the waves never stuck in the ocean. And I got the style them smoother than a lotion. Why? You know, that's why me tell them to second diet. Yeah, like a keckle, we culture strong like a leather pump. Traffic a black when we at it. We not soft like no tissue, so ask them know what the issue. Hey, the reggae music it causing the commotion. And the music hit me, put me like a potion. Why? Alright, yeah. Me have the waves never stuck in the ocean. And then the other side them smoother than a lotion. Why? Yeah, no. Thank you so much. Thank you. I just want to say thank you for having myself and my band for the very first time here at Tiny Desk. It's a great pleasure. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure for all of us. It's been a fairly short musical journey and we have seen fairly much success. So I give thanks and I want to thank everybody who's involved. You have now become a part of my journey, so thank you. Thank you. This next song is actually the title track of my very first project, my EP. So it's called Rapture. So I hope you enjoy it. Coffee coming like a rapture, yeah. Coffee coming like a rapture, and everybody get captured. Place it up like a helicopter. I want them see the lyrics on tractor. Coffee coming like a rapture, and everybody get captured. Place it up like a helicopter. Hey, say coffee, I turn up the temperature for them. Say, me know them envy, but friendly for envy. Yo, I first me see people around me so plenty, but me pocket no empty. Me need space, so Lord, yeah me see them and watch me through a crack now. I do me everything for lockdown. Sitting in a the Bentley, picking in a the century. I drench me, but for me fire gun blaze. And the same way, so me see the enemy a protest. Oh, and him could come the closest. No, I can feel still I do the most less. I want me to put in the work and just the process. Oh, yes, I saw it.
Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it.
No dash no paper, no dash no plastic. Dispose your garbage responsibly. No know how to recycle, learn it quick. And if you drop it, better pick up every piece of it. Plastics last forever, don't forget the bits. Cause when them touch the street, them end up in the sea. Collect pan the reef where they fish them feed. And when you want seafood, I eat your
Keep
eat.
the island clean, so clean. From the beach to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. No dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica.
Jenna. Yeah.
Coffee come in like a rapture, and everybody get captured.
Yeah.
Play sleep up like helicopter, when them see the lyrics contractor. Coffee come in like a rapture, and everybody get captured. Play sleep up like helicopter, when them see the lyrical doctor. Coffee hotting up the temperature for them see. Me know the man fi but friend me fi end me. Yo I fuss me see people there around me so plenty, but me pocket na empty, me need space so large.
Them no life is see the use them healthy and wealthy. So before them help with them belt with them Bentley. Got to use some senti and them be a medsi. Build up mama house and buy the Benz them and Bentley.
Same way so me see the enemy a protest. Oh, and him could come the closest. No, I can feel still I do the mostest. I want me to put in the work and trust the process.
Put me trust in a judge because him know best. Remember the days them when me close less. Man I pray progress, work hard no rest. Till I beer sweat, clear the wheel make sister.
Coffee come in like a rapture, and everybody get captured. Play sleep up like helicopter, when them see the lyrics.
Hello?
Coffee come in like a rapture, and everybody get captured. Play sleep up like helicopter, when them see the lyrical doctor. Tell them to give me no limit. No, them say coffee but you are all midget, bro. But when me speak lyrics, me don't fidget with it. Show did it all with it like me go dig it, bro.
Give her the mic and give her 4 minutes. And just listen what you flow.
Yes. Edgerton, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to Rebel Radio.
Good afternoon, my brother. Thank you.
Yes, Rebel Radio.
Thank you.
Just remind.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, just remind me the name of your organization again. Just remind me.
I didn't get that just now.
Just remind me the name of your organization, please.
Okay, the Transport Operators Development Sustainable Services.
Okay.
Call it.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. And yesterday,
PODSL.
Yes, I observed that the Ministry of Transport gave some good news, gave the transport operators some good news yesterday. You wish to elaborate on what was said, please?
Thank you very much. Yesterday the sector was pleased to have with us the Minister of Transport and Mining, Honorable Audley Shaw, who we were waiting on to speak to us on our request or a proposal be made to him for a what we call a payment plan. We use other names sometimes before. And of course, he shared with us some serious thoughts. He put down the gauntlet to us in terms of our performance in the sector. And he made a promise to us that come next week, hopefully next week, Monday, Tuesday morning, he will hopefully will complete his discussion with Cabinet on the matter of a payment plan and share it with us. So we are not out of the woods as yet, but of course we are looking forward to something positive come next week as a sector. Remember, we want to pay our outstanding tickets. What we are asking for is, while paying the outstanding tickets, our license, our tool of trade be left alone.
Okay. And from all indications, it would appear as if that is something is going to be done in that area.
I don't want to be to speak out of terms, and I want to wait for the final verdict. But I have high hopes
yes.
that this will be so on the positive side. If something negative, what you will see happen is that could be about 60% of our sector will be out of a job during the month of December. And what it will say for us, it will be very, very sad.
Okay. Now, the other thing is that there are various reports about the indiscipline on the road by the bus and taxi drivers. What is being done to address those concerns?
Let me say something before I answer you directly. Indiscipline on the road by motorists. Because the transport sector, that little piece of red plate on the cars is so visible, every other vehicle in the KMTR seems to be a taxi or a bus. Hence, we are accused of being the most indisciplined on the road. Let me tell you something. There are some 400 and close 50 deaths since the start of the year. Ask yourself the question, how many of these deaths on our bloody street is caused by a public passenger vehicle? I can answer for you. It's less than 20. Now, what caused those deaths? Indiscipline, or just a man just kill a man and that's it? It was a taxi man is serious, but it was a ordinary motorist like you. It's okay. Here's a mishap, and we call it an accident. When a taxi man gets in, we call it a crash. I am not saying that the transport drivers, because of the environment in which we travel, because of the type of business we are doing, because of the amount of vehicles on our road, yes, we really create havoc sometimes. But is this a crime? Or is it something we need to deal with through training, development, and create an environment, parking space, and things like those that we can be able to move from one stage to the next one? Some taxi stop on the wayside that we can pull over and let off a passenger instead of stopping in front of you to pick up one. If you don't have the right environment, you cannot have a smooth public transport sector.
So I am still asking the question, what is being done from your area, from your angle, to create that environment?
Okay. You see, forgive me. We are engaged, and if you listen to the notes coming out of the conference, we call it summit, because it really was a summit yesterday. Our operators, our leadership, and, surprisingly, the operators on the ground, the guys who you think is the out and bad drivers, their commitment to the minister yesterday was something I was shocked when I hear them saying, Minister Shaw, we are ready for training, sir. We are ready for certification. We pledge to do better come next year. That was the sounding coming out of a conference. I didn't have to say it directly. The operators on the ground, they were saying it for us, the leaders. And so we are happy, and I know they are committed to this trust. And that is why, hopefully, if all goes well, we'll be launching a massive training and development program come next week Thursday, if all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. And of course, along with TPD, Team Jamaica training program. So what you'll see in the next year or two is that no driver go to transport authority to renew his road license unless he can provide certification that he has been trained, like our Juta and JCAL and Maxi drivers.
Okay, that sounds like a step in the right direction.
Let me add, Sir Richards, our road safety awareness program is second to the road safety unit. You might not see it, you might not be talking about it because, it's taxi man doing it, but we have a massive road safety awareness program that we are on the street actually every day across this island talking road safety. And that is why you don't see much of our operators involved in fatal crashes. Yes, they are in the fender benders. Yes, they stop bad. But when it comes to driving, we are engaged in a number of areas. Matter of fact, one of our major training program right now is defensive driving. and training our youth as first responders. So it's a tripartite program training program we have, which will be officially unleashed on our sector come next Thursday, if all goes well. But we want to thank the minister for his endorsement of that program and his possible support of that program. It's going to cost us billions of dollars, but we are prepared to go all the way to ensure that all our 37,000 drivers are trained and certified.
Okay. I observe the taxi operators making a point that there are some intersections, some roads, some in the corporate area where the court handed down a decision that those areas should, in other words, motorists should not be ticketed if they park or stop at those areas, and still tickets are issued for them. Now, tell our listeners and viewers about that and how that is being addressed.
There's one thing to talk, Sir Richard, but the other thing to walk the walk.
Yes.
We have heard the talk. We want to see sterile areas within the corporate area, and we want to see areas in which our operators can operate without being ticketed. Yeah. And it can easily be marked out. I don't know why the government don't want to do that at this time. But yes, there are talk about that. But I prefer to see it before I say anything about it, because that's what we want. Take, for instance, Consent Spring Road. The new thoroughfare there are is it new or reorganized Consent Spring Road? What happened is that the contractors take down all the bus stop.
Uh-huh.
And now the road is completed. None of those bus stops return.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what happened is that the police is on spot, and he provides you a ticket. You must stop to let the passengers or going to the various business place on that piece of thoroughfare. Yeah. And they provide you with 3-4 tickets.
Yes.
They want to give you 5-6 tickets on time to ensure that those bus stop major problem parking facility and access stop.
Yes.
If we can address those, especially in the corporate area, you as a motorist will see a better attitude of our transport operators.
Okay.
Are you here?
Yes. Now, the other thing, I know this is not plentiful, but it is too prevalent. For too regular, we see where public transport, drivers of public transport vehicles are involved in accident, and then you hear that they have over 100 unpaid tickets. Now, is there a reason why so many members of the fraternity are holding so many unpaid?
Here it is, man.
Yeah. Go ahead, yes. Mr. Newman?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Something went wrong.
What, Mr. Newman, are you hearing me? We seems to be having some communication. Mr. Newman, are you there? Well, I don't know what is happening, why I'm not hearing Mr. Newman. Something went wrong. But yes, it is good news for the sector that the government has finally decided to address the issue of the outstanding tickets. Mr. Newman? Because certainly if nothing is done to address this situation, it would certainly turn out to be a big crisis. Because what would happen? So many drivers lost their licenses. So many, who would carry the passengers? Because the state-operated public bus system don't have the capacity to take up all the passengers right now. So that would really leave a very big hole in the system, So it is a very good thing that the government has decided to at least pay them some attention, work out a solution so that, as Mr. Newman pointed out, the drivers, they are willing to pay their outstanding tickets. They are just asking for time. Now it is going to be interesting to see what formula is used to address this situation, whether or not they will have to go through the court, pay their outstanding tickets through the court system, or another system is worked out how for them to pay. It will be interesting to see what formula is used. But the most important thing is that the government has decided to address the matter, right? And when Mr. Newman, and when this matter is addressed, we hope that once and for all, that we'll see the drivers. We need there must be a change in attitude, right? The drivers must obey the rules, right? See where Mr. Newman pointed out, raised a very important point there about how many public passenger vehicles are involved in fatal accidents. That is something that is very, very, very informative too. I mean, the fact that so many in other words, the number of fatal accidents involving public passenger drivers. It's very that figure that he gave there, very, very, very interesting. Because what it is telling us then is that yes, the drivers are misbehaving on the road. I don't think that can be denied. But at the same time, they are not involved in many of the fatal accidents on the streets. That is an interesting point, a point that is worth discussing. But let us, well, Mr. Newman did not deny, and I don't think we can deny the fact that, yes, too many indisciplined drivers in the public domain. And this involves drivers of public passenger vehicles and also private drivers. Too many indisciplined driving on the roadway. And that is one of the reasons why we have so many fatal accidents on the road. I mean, I don't even know what is the correct number this year. What I do know is that it is alarming. The number of fatal accidents so far is alarming, and therefore we have to do what is possible. All of us, all motorists, will have to be more careful on the road, because too many lives are being lost on our roads. Too many. And it is very, 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 it is a demanding situation for all drivers, all users of the road, drivers, both motor vehicles and motorcycles. We have to be more careful, right? This year, last year, the year before, now, I can only hope that next year, right? Well, for the remaining days in 2022, let us be careful on the road. Let us try everything within our powers to ensure that we don't have any more fatal accidents for the rest of the year, right? It can happen, right? And then let us focus our attention next year and decide that, listen, we want to reduce, and we are going to work towards reducing the number of fatal accidents on our roads. Ladies and gentlemen, it is too many, right? Too many lives are being lost on the roads. Too many. And of course, we can do better, right? Because one of the things, is that when you look, most of the accidents are occurring on some of our best roads. So I don't know if we can blame road conditions for the accidents, right? I think we have to put the blame where the blame belongs, and that is our driving habits. We have to do something to address our driving habits to ensure that we drive more carefully, we pay more attention to the road, the rules of the road. We have to just do what is necessary to reduce the number of accidents on our roads. That is very, very important. Well, at this time we should be, we want to have a discussion with the mayor of Morant Bay. Yeah. We're supposed to be talking about what is happening out there in St. Thomas, right? I don't know. Yes, we're supposed to be talking to our mayor. Our mayor of Morant Bay. Yeah. But we are not getting through to him at all. We're not getting through. to the mayor. No. Let us take a break.
All road leads to new budget supplies. From now until Christmas, big discounts and super bargains. 8 up to 25% off. 20% off UPVC French windows. 10% off tiles. Decorative hardboard. $1,999. Bargains on slat wall, form ply, dress ply, lumber, steel, and lots more. Open every Sunday until Christmas. 195 Hackleburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New budget supplies. Always the best prices.
Richards?
Yes. You are there?
Okay.
All right.
I'm here.
Yes, we lost Mr. Newman earlier on, but he's back on the air. So as you were telling us about what is being done to improve the sector, the transportation sector, sir. Go ahead.
We're focusing on the issue of training and development, and of course the environmental situation to which we operate in. And the focus was now on the situation on the road where there is no facilities for us to operate in a decent manner. And what you see happening, we pay off all these tickets, over 1 million. Well, not all the tickets are responsible for, but we pay these tickets. And the next 5 years from now, we ask one another, let me call it the first name, amnesty, because of the condition in which we operate. The tickets are going to come back again. Remember, Desmond, that halfway tree, downtown Kingston, Papine, every section of roads are painted yellow. And as I said before, there's no way for us to stop or park. Now, if this continue, what you're going to see is a cycle of payment plan because Tree Parish sit down and pick up. It is possible or feasible. Now, what happened? Every sidewalk, every thoroughfare, there's nowhere for us to stop. We must set down the. And if it's our business, we must pick up passengers.
Yes.
So what do? If changes are not made to the environment in which we operate, then we're gonna come back on the same discussion about people again.
Okay.
So while we absorb training, discipline, and standard within the sector, government must do their part. I know tickets are part of the budget. Tickets to make some money to fill the hole in the gaps in the budget. But I mean, are we safety and standard? If you're talking about public transport sector, we can't talk about budget allocation. Getting tickets, you have to give out tickets to get money, 250 million. No. And so something must be, there has to be a culture change from the operators' point of view, and there has to be a mindset for government to address the concerns of the sector.
Yes. Yes.
You have 8,000 taxis within the area, and you have no facilities for them. So what do you expect? They have to survive. We have to pay I think we pay more taxes than any other businessman. And if we do one little thing wrong, if we ever bounce the sidewalk, the vehicle gone, and we have to pay for every single hour that vehicle is in the pound. Who's been benefiting from that? So they create an environment that your car must go to the pound. They recommend hundreds of thousands of dollars per day of public passenger vehicles, and they cycle around. We have to have the conductors and everybody. So that's a large sector. Here is a sector without a national public passenger transportation policy. Every other sector have a policy. Why the transport sector don't have one? We are guinea pigs to raise funds for government, and that is why we can't get our own. You just throw in something overnight. Put in this law, put in this regulation overnight on the sector. Not having a policy. So we must have a rank shackle system. And that's what we're having now.
Okay. Yes, I can see.
It must be looked into, and we're gonna fight hard. Guys, listen. Maybe we have to put that policy together because maybe the government can do it and present it to them.
Yes.
It has to be done.
Okay.
We must have a roadmap. We must have a green paper. Well, some people might call it a white paper because they want to call it green or orange paper. But we must have a roadmap that guide us into the future. We talk about 2030 vision. Come on. What are we going to walk with? We are setting a pace. I can tell you. We have a special committee, call it the 2030 Vision Committee from a transport perspective. We have it. And that's why we're focusing on training and development.
Yes.
Well, I don't think government care about us looking at the 2030 vision. No.
Well, I am sure that TODS is doing what it can in order to formulate and put these things into the proper perspective. I'm certain that is being done. So let me say now, let us talk again. Let us talk in the future about this. The Rebel Radio will have you. This platform is open for discussions like these. So let us say.
Yes, man.
Yes.
And we are very, very happy to be associated with this platform.
Yes.
And we would like to share with you as so often as we can, especially looking at our training and development and programs.
Okay, Mr. Newton. Just take good care of yourself.
Thank you very much for having me. All the best, my brother.
Okay, sir. Thank you. That was Egerton Newman, and you gave us some ideas about improving the transportation sector, a very important sector. So it has to be treated with importance and urgency. This is Rebel Radio, and I'm Desmond Richards. We'll take a break.
I tell him, my God, you're just sweet. Yeah. So I could take it to them, yeah. So sweet. My God is sweet. So sweet. My God is sweet. So sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. Hey, him so sweet, he make me want to lick my finger. And when him pour him blessing, him me can get more. And him alone can make me skin want catch a fire. Call me greedy if you want a God will me drink water. My God is sweet, so sweet. My God is sweet, so sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. Hey, if more want food, him put food on my table. And if me sick and want some healing, God is here. But not to mention if me have some tribulation, God will take them, all of them, and give me satisfaction. My God is sweet, so sweet. My God is sweet, so sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. Hey, sweeter than cooked food, sweeter than yogurt. Sweet, so sweet, him now go turn you in a fool. My God is so sweet, you gotta come and get some of him. Yeah, 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 yeah. My God is sweet, so sweet. My God is sweet, so sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. Hey, him so sweet, he make me want to lick my finger. And when him pour him blessing, him me can get more.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, whoa, yeah, Lord. Jesus came into my life early one Sunday morning. He said, woman, what you doing? Take up your bed and walk. Yeah, yeah. See, I was going through some trials and tribulation, too much frustration. Yeah, you see, I'm running and I'm jumping and I'm skipping and I can't stand still. You might say that I'm a mad woman. Yeah, I'm just a glad woman, feeling the spirit of the Holy Ghost. Yes, I'm just a glad woman. Yeah. That's why I'm running and I'm jumping and I'm skipping and I can't stand still. See, I was so all alone, my life turned upside down. Yeah, nothing to eat, almost to live on the street. Yeah, I lay flat on my back and I said, oh Lord, what's next? I cried out to Jesus and he heard my cry. So you see, I'm not a mad woman. Yeah, I'm just a glad woman, feeling the spirit of the Holy Ghost. Hey, I'm not a mad woman. No. Yeah, because I'm running and I'm jumping and I'm skipping and I can't stand still. Whoa.
I was going through some trials and tribulation, too much frustration. Oh, now I'm running and I'm jumping and I'm skipping and I can't stand still. You might say that I'm a mad woman. No, yeah. I'm just a glad woman, feeling the spirit of the Holy Ghost. Oh yeah, oh hey, I am a glad woman. Yeah, oh yeah. That's why I'm running and I'm jumping and I'm skipping and I can't stand still. He's a healer, he's a preacher, he's a teacher, he's a awesome God. Yes, he's a healer, he's a preacher, he's a teacher, he's a awesome God. He's on my knee, yeah. He's on my knee, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's on my knee, yeah, yeah. He's on my knee, yeah, yeah, yeah. When I am alone in spirit, I cry, Lord, lift me up. I want to go higher in Thee. For the Lord knows I can't live on the mountain. No, no. So He picked out a valley for me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jesus leads me beside still waters. Yeah, it was somewhere in the valley below. Then He drew me aside to be tested and tried. In the valley, He restored my soul. Yeah. It was dark as a dungeon, where the sun seldom shine. Oh, and I question why must this be? Lord, why must this be? But then He told me there is strength in your sorrow. And there is victory in these trials for me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jesus leads me beside still waters. Yeah, it was somewhere in the valley below. Yeah, yeah. Then He drew me aside.
The new budget supplies. From now until Christmas, big discounts and super bargains. Paint up to 25% off. 20% off UPVC French windows. 10% off tiles. Decorative hardboard. $1,999. Bargains on slat wall, form ply, dress ply, lumber, steel, and lots more. Open every Sunday until Christmas. 195 Huckleberg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New budget supplies. Always the
We don't care when nobody wants set. As long as the Father sit on the throne. We can't, we want dead be hungry. I will not suffer. I will not beg no bread. You hear what me say? God is my provider. I will not beg no bread. You know the reason why? Him and me daddy, oh. Him and me daddy, oh. Shalom. When I'm sick in my body, yeah, He is Jehovah Rapha. You know that my God is my eye provider. And I won't ever beg no bread, no. Him and me daddy, oh. Him and me daddy, oh. Him and me daddy, oh. Jesus and me daddy, oh. When I need to chill, yeah, He is Jehovah Shalom. When I am hungry, He is Jehovah Jireh. Don't you know that God is my provider? I will not beg no bread, no. Him and me daddy,
All road leads to new budget supplies. From now until Christmas, big discounts and super bargains. Page up to 25% off. 20% off UPVC French windows. 10% off tiles. Decorative hardboard. $1,999. Bargains on slat wall, form ply, dress fly, lumber, steel, and lots more. Open every Sunday until Christmas. 195 Hackleburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New budget supplies. Always the best prices.
Jesus is my deliverer. Jesus is my deliverer. I know 'cause He delivered me. When I was sick, He delivered. My bills to pay and He delivered.
The station with the artist station with the artist.
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, but go on with it.
Yo, is it? Are you kidding me?
To us, yeah. So we are coming here with a force.
It's a girl Shensia with a message to you from myself and the Ministry of Health and Wellness. Shen Yang, everyone see wear a mask with the numbers drop. I don't want COVID lay you down flat. Nose and mouth you fi cover up that. Sanitize get hospitalized. Fight the virus and fight for your life, yeah. Nobody talk about say you no response no more. Don't be reckless, cause you test us so you not have it. You can still get the virus from somebody. Don't be reckless, cause you test us so you not have it. You can still get the virus. So keep the numbers down. Protect yourself and the people around. COVID in town, 6 feet apart and 6 feet in the ground. Yeah. Keep the numbers down. Protect yourself and the people around. COVID in town, 6 feet apart and 6 feet in the ground. Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive.
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, but go on with it.
Yo, is it? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So we are coming here with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. Oh, we no rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings, not just for the plus. And gratitude is a must. Yeah, we see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast for the friends that take off the load. One time did sit down in a class and we poured then only said the road and we go on with the road. Third form, me say me try a thing. And you know it formed out to be a fire thing. Now up on stage with chronic say I sing, yeah. See me all diggy soon, get the higher ring like hello, brother. Him say I just shot ya. Saw your poster, spectacular photo. Keep it burning, yes, that's the motto. If me the butter pass through your shot, you can't ball in a life, man. Me have to thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall, them right on. But I toast to the friends where take off every load. One time they sit down in a class and we pour them. Only said the road, them go on with it, go on with it. Just show our blessings upon me, and send me to tell them a story. Just show our blessings upon me. And that's how I made to give him the glory. I'm delighted. Jah knows my passion ignited. Got the music get me excited. I'm coming like a potion. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast for the friends we take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we both dead. Only said the road and me go on with the road.
First thing in the morning, when I wake up, thank God for life. Look in the mirror, say yes, I'm the best, 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 best. Way too blessed, 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 blessed. Yes, I'm the best, 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 best. Way too blessed, 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 blessed. No matter where you try, you can never be me, never I. Keep petting from the side, let me take this thing well, worldwide, wide. Never had to pretend, 10. I'm a part-time too, that's a 10. Never ever beg friend. If they're not with me no worry about them. Whoa, blind man can see it. Whoa, so every day I repeat it. I say, first thing in the morning, when I wake up, thank God for life. Look in the mirror, say yes, I'm the best, 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 best. Way too blessed, 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 blessed. Yes, I'm the best, 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 best. Way too blessed, 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 blessed.
450 on the necklace. I know you like it rough, I get reckless. The way you lick it up, you gon' make me fall in love. Baby, you gon' make it hard for the next. I'm the best, 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 best. That's your boyfriend, I ain't impressed. Baby, when your body pop the top off your chest. Work that body, throw your on the bed. Baby, what's the message in the bottle? And we lit tonight.
The station with the artist station with the artist music.
Way too blessed, 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 blessed. Yes, I'm the best.
On the news, me in my prime, on the crime with the dollar sign, money for my mind. Yeah. Summon on the time for spend. Time for spend. I'm a style, put me on the map, me up on the top. I'm in name, coffee, swag a lot. Them a chat me on the time for them. Time for them. Yes, I'm wake up, yeah. Money make and I make up. Me go straight for the paper. Yeah. Tell you wait, see you later. Mr. Pot, everybody look like what? Mr. First, them say how you look like that. I top every cranny, every nook. I'm a stick of every chicken out the book. Everything we do, give thanks. Tell them what we do. Load the L, take the W. One thing they out there for you. And it now come if you not go. Everything we do, give thanks. Tell them what we do. Load the L, take the W. One thing they out there for you. And it now come if you not go. On the news, me in my prime. On the crime with the dollar sign, money for my mind. Yeah. Someone on the time for spend. Time for spend. I'm a style, put me on the map. Me up on the top. I'm in name, coffee, swag a lot. Them a jumping on the time for them. Time for them.
Everything is how they call plush. The baby got a body that I swear I won't touch. Pull it out, let her ride it, girl, you know I want lust. I got it inside it, I won't stop, I'm in a rush. I eat that like lunch, we keep it on hush. Box you up in truck, I love to see you blush. You shopping when you land, so you bought a pot of clutch. We got a lot of bucks, cash longer than a bus. We some warriors, looking at your heart through the cardio. And I said the top of the aria. She got a lot, Rastafari. Me and my walk one at the party, yeah. We don't feel nothing, we the hardest, yeah. Spending cash for fun, get us all a pass.
Reggae music off the country. Dip in her bag and then she pull out a pound. My baby ever got the high grade. Spliff in her mouth. Age up the chalice and say, shall we blaze hell, yeah. Out of many, she alone get the crown. Chronic from Spanish Town. Don't think I'm feeling at this party. Everyone got so much things to say. Right now, me just a one with the vibes and don't watch nobody. Cause I'm only here to spend the night with you anyway. I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad vibes disappear. She kick off the high heels, no, she not free nobody. Happy times and I got no sad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. And I don't care, cause you just own it. You can take me anywhere, baby. She touched me softly, then me start squeeze her body. Everything I read, only nice times when I'm with my baby, yeah.
Bad night, cause I never me and you started. But me, I go pull up on you shortly. Evidently, me miss your body. Cause presently, me see you hardly. Stand up by my body and judge me. Oh, yeah, always, yeah. My God, say you choose me. You know, say you fit me like Susie. And you make me life coming like movie. Me know I see your face screwed up with you. So make me forget this party. I'd rather be booed up with you, glued up to you. I got overdue love for you, plus new stuff to do. I love you like Keisha K, I love glue up. So woo, you know why?
Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear.
She kick off the high heels, no, she not free nobody. Happy times and I got no sad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause I don't care as long as you just hold me near. You can take me anywhere. You're making me feel like I'm loved by somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah.
I'm in love and it's the way I do it, why? It's the way I do it. You're not ready at all, ready for all. This unconditional love I got for you. This love I got for you. You're not ready at all, ready for all. This unconditional love I got for you. This love I got for you. Why this was a waste of time? Why you fool me telling your lies?
Clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it.
No dash, no paper, no dash, no plastic. Dispose your garbage responsibly. No know how to recycle, learn it quick. And if you drop it, better pick up every piece of it. Plastics last forever, don't forget the bits. Cause when them touch the street, them end up in the sea. Collect pan the reef where they fish them feed. And when you want seafood, I eat your
Keep we
eat.
island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. No dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica.
Jesus,
New budget supplies. From now until Christmas, big discounts and super bargains. Age up to 25% off. 20% off UPVC French windows. 10% off tiles. Decorative hardboard. $1,999. Bargains on slat wall, form ply, dress ply, lumber, steel, and lots more. Open every Sunday until Christmas. 195 Hackleburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New budget supplies.
Jesus, Hail my Jesus, Hail my Jesus, come on, Hail my Jesus, been around the world, something Jesus. Hail my Jesus. Hail my Jesus.
Been around the world,
sing it on, sister. Come on.
searching for a miracle. But I found no one. Nobody like you. Been so many places, looking for a better life. But I found no one. Nobody like you. Nobody like you. Hail my Jesus. Hail my supplies. From now until Christmas, big discounts and super bargains. Gauge up to 25% off. 20% off UPVC French windows. 10% off tiles. Decorative hardboard. $1,999. Bargains on slat wall, form ply, dress ply, lumber, steel, and lots more. Open every Sunday until Christmas. 195 Hackleburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Gentle waves of the sea on your skin. Feel the warm Jamaican breeze lift your spirits and nourish your soul. Escape to exactly what makes your heart beat. You will love every moment. Jamaica, heartbeat of the world. Let's go.
Kevin Famous, I represent DJ Ravers. Play music and lock the street. Cause some boy work.
Many did try but couldn't steal my honey. Many did try but couldn't get in love. Some fool did try to trick her with his money. Turn around and wonder what she is made of. She just loves this groovy little thing we got going.
for your best life. Wait. Go check your HIV status. Wait. So keep your life trending, no pretending. Me I tell yourself do it for you, do it for you. Every time you are link with a condom, coulda Ozzy, coulda wife, coulda be a random. Condom connect can protect your profile. Be your own fan. Do it for your best life. Do it for your best life. Do it. Don't put yourself at risk. Condom connect every time. Do it for your best life. Do it.
Where will we go when the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road? Mommy, me gonna start pull up in a fast car, yeah. And a fast start make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you're feeling me, you know I'm feeling you. So what now we feel do, yeah. Where will we go when the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road? Mommy, me gonna start pull up in a fast car, yeah. And a fast start make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you're feeling me, you know I'm feeling you. So what now we feel do, yeah. Hey fancy, oh your heart state, now no vacancy. Last time see you on FaceTime, chatting up the place, bout in our relationship. Me I go put you on lockdown, I put your body on lockdown. You got me on lock now. Got my passion on lock. Oh, if you love me, you should let me. You should let me. You should let me know. And if you don't know, better feel let me. Better feel let me. I better you let me go. Pulling up, pulling up, pulling up. Nobody deal with the bagel and talking. Me nothing now. We are chilling in an apartment. Hope you don't mind me asking, where will we go when the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road? Mommy, me gonna start pull up in a fast car, yeah. And a fast start make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you're feeling me, you know I'm feeling you. So what now we feel do, yeah. Say you want travel, we go Hope Valley. Say you hope in your love and not just no tally. Make my heart full of some, I love you totally. Do my own thing, I'm in no trouble, nobody. I'm watching out on the patio. And they did the neighbor, them I watch we now. Swing on me, no miss like Pacquiao. What you feeling for hot coffee, yo? What you know, what you know? All you want talk but how much you money. Yeah, anything you want, coffee got the money. Yeah, me give you my heart, make you take it from me. Where will we go? When the quarantine thing done and everybody touch road. Where we go, road. Mommy, me gonna start pull up in a fast car, yeah. And a fast start make you want the fast part, yeah. I know you're feeling me, baby. You know I'm feeling you, baby. So what now we feel do, yeah. Baby, are you feeling me? Cause I'm really feeling you. Baby, are you feeling me? Cause I'm really feeling you. I'ma pull up in my fast car. Pull up in my fast car. Is it the rock stars? Anytime you see me, when it moves like yeah, I miss a NPR style. Jamaica when I smile. No, sir. A ragamuffin reggae beat, yeah. NPR on the street, yeah. Can't stand on the feet when it's 30, we still I do it. Every stage show, we still I keep. Every big song, they on repeat. Them a respond in a them feet, them a clap hand. Me give them heart attack in my altar back. Enough style, we have them can't alter that. Me start to track and then me start to attack. So what am I gonna do right after that? Me only spit lyrics, not really talk a lot. And I know touchdown like quarterback. For my counter, they wanna give me half of that. But can I do it for the hype, but me rather not. Give me joy for a rhyme pan beat. Lay down like white line pan street. Music sweeter just like one cheat. They drop it hotter than island heat. Yeah, me with the island floor. It could have been digital, I don't know. Yeah, some people say I don't grow. Tell them one car time go show and me kick like a ball at tele. Yes, I me look me top on a tele. Give me the world and me a go shelly. Me say that I'm a dream, but this an LA. Give me the rhythm, I chop it a chop. When me finish if it a drop. No some of us have a proper on that. But my name still on a plot and attack. The reggae music, it causing the commotion. And the music hit me. Do me like a potion.
New budget supplies. From now until Christmas, big discounts and super bargains. Hey, up to 25% off. 20% off UPVC French windows. 10% off tiles. Decorative hardboard. $1,999. Bargains on slat wall, form ply, dress ply, lumber, steel, and lots more. Open every Sunday until Christmas. 195 Hackleburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New budget supplies.
Jenna. Yeah.
Coffee come in like a rapture, and everybody get captured. Play sleep up like a helicopter when them see the lyrics constructor. Coffee come in like a rapture, and everybody get captured. Play sleep up like a helicopter when them see the lyrical doctor. Coffee hotting up the temperature for them see. Me know the man fi but friend me fi enemy. Yo, I first me see people there around me so plenty, but me pocket na empty. Me need space so large.
Them no life is see the use them healthy and wealthy. So before them help with them belt with them bentley, got to use some senti and them be a medsi. Build up mama house and buy the Benz them and Bentley.
Same way so me see the enemy a protest. Oh, and him could come the closest. No, I coffee still I do the mostest. I want me to put in the work and trust the process.
Put me trust in a judge because you know best. Remember the days them when me close less. Man I pray progress, work hard no rest. Till I beer sweat, clear the wheel make sister.
Coffee come in like a rapture, and everybody get captured. Play sleep up like a helicopter when them see the lyrics constructor. Coffee come in like a rapture, and everybody get captured. Play sleep up like a helicopter when them see the lyrical doctor. Tell them to give me no limit. No, them say coffee but you a whole midget. Girl, but when me spit lyrics me don't fidget with it. Sure did it, goal with it like me goal dig it. Bro.
Give her the mic and give her 4 minutes. Yeah, and just listen while she flow lyrics. Yeah, coffee and the coffee, me said no gimmick. She a pro with it, treat the rhythm like she grow with it. Watch out.
Me too profound, kill them with the verse and with the pronouns. When me come around, lift up the whole town. Anyone me show up is a showdown. Yeah.
Sister coffee with the goal. Sound Spain town, picnic, pick up the whole town. Somebody quick give her the gold crown. Full of beer, diamond and gold stone. See ya.
Coffee come in like a rapture, and everybody get captured. Play sleep up like a helicopter when them see the lyrics constructor. Coffee come in like a rapture, and everybody get captured. Play sleep up like a helicopter when them see the lyrical doctor.
Coffee full of punch like a boxer. Lyrics I give them lockjaw. Chopping like a oxa. Them a baby, give them some lacta. Coffee, Govy, Spanish Stone's finest. Yes, sir.
Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, but go on with it.
Yo, Izzy, are you kidding me?
Toast, yeah. So we are coming in with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. Oh, we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast with the friends we take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we board. Then only said the road and me go on with the road. Third form, me say me try a thing. And you know it formed up to be a fire thing. Now up on stage with chronic say I sing. Yeah, see me all diggy soon get the higher ring. Like hello bro, time say I had to shot ya. Saw your poster, spectacular photo. Keep it burning, yes that's the motto. If me the butter pass through your shot to can't ball in a life man. Me have to thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast to the friends we take off every load. One time they sit down in a class and we board. Then only said the road and me go on with it, go on with it. Just show our blessings upon me and send me to tell you my story. Just show our blessings upon me, and that's how I made to give him the glory. I'm delighted. Jah knows say my passion ignited. Got the music portion. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings, not just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast for the friends we take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we bored. Then Ollie said the road and me go on with the road. Toast, yeah, yeah. Toast. Oh, in a rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast for the friends we take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we bored. Then Ollie said the road and me go on with the road. Toast, yeah, yeah. Toast.
Before me even sing, nothing me have to say. Salute, you know, to a living legend. Salute. Love. Run it. Yeah. All I know is God is holy. Protect your life, it's the one and only. Evil people will kill you slowly. All I know is God is holy. Protect your life, it's the one and only. Evil people will kill you slowly.
You see, faith is a key that opens all doors. Yeah, if you believe, patient, my brother, and you will receive. Yeah. Oh, be not offended by negative things that people say. Oh, ay. Oh, popcorn says again.
All I know is God is holy. Protect your life, it's the one and only. Evil people will kill you slowly. All I know is God is holy. Protect your life, it's the one and only. Evil people will kill you slowly. Lifetime contract, me and God never lose contact. Bacon well warm and stock. Them want eat man food like snack. Them judge real, stereotype man true man black. See the enemy I set them trap. Almighty I push them back.
Hey, just fear no evil as you go on.
No.
Yeah. Give praises, another day is done.
Love your life, love your family. Now if you overcome the struggle, don't get weary. We cry out for the poor and needy. Just be careful where them a feed with.
Just be calm and be gentle. Respect everyone. Could be your mother, your father, your aunt and your sister. Yes, and your brother.
And me say family. Miss Rona pray for me. No evil us, nor envious cannot devour me. Stay far from poverty, Jah rule me destiny. Shane Brown and popcorn and berries, you know we blessed for real. All I know is God is holy. Take your life, it's the one and only. Evil people will kill you slowly. All I know. God is holy. Protect your life, it's the one and only. Evil people will kill you slowly. Your life is precious, protect it is one. Three islands, say we have to give thanks, yeah. When you wake up, you have to give thanks, yeah. And before you sleep, you have to give thanks, yeah. Jah guide way, out on the highway. Love to see them living in love like highway.
When all is said and done, only one life we gotta live, yes.
All I know is God is holy. Protect your life, it's your one and only. Evil people will kill you slowly. All I know is God is holy. Protect your life, it's your one and only. Evil people will kill you slowly. All I know is God is holy. Protect your life, it's your one and only. Evil people will kill you slowly.
Shana manane sana, Shana manana mayana saka, Dipi dipa dia duda kandia da pasha. I'll put you in front of my melody. You are all that matters. You are all that matters. I'll make room for two. You and I, Jesus. You are all that matters. You are all that matters. Oh, eh, oh. You are all that matters. Oh, eh, oh.
5 o'clock we are going to William.
All that matters. Oh, eh, oh, eh. You are all that matters. Nanya mana sasa. What would I live for if I don't have you in my life? What would I gain if you take the Holy Ghost? What would I become of me if I didn't see your light? What would I be said of me if you didn't hold my hand? Now I've come to realize that you are all I am. You are all that matters. You are all that matters.
Yes, yes, yes. Rebel Radio. And now we have the mayor of Morant Bay with us, Councillor Williams. Hello?
You are all that matters. Is it the house or is it the car? I'll give them all to you. Is it the name or is it the fame?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Councillor.
Hello?
Mr. Williams.
What would have been said of me if you didn't hold my hands? Now I've come to realize that you are all I have. You are all that matters. I'll put you in front of my melody. You are all that matters. I just believe us in the house tonight. I'll make room for two. You and I, Jesus. You are all that matters. You are all that matters. Oh, eh, oh. You are all that matters, Jesus. I wish I could hear you sing it out. Oh, well, oh, well, oh, well, oh. You are all that matters. If it matters matters to you tonight, can you lift up those hands and speak in other tongues and blast in other tongues as you worship the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, the one who made all things new, the one who made it possible for us to be here today. Jesus. Can you lift up your hands and begin to speak in other tongues tonight? I wish you can say things, mystical things to God tonight. Tell him that is all that matters to you. Tell him that silver or gold cannot take his place. Tell him sweet things tonight. I thank God for those who are worshiping. Open up your mouth to Jesus. Open up your mouth and lift up your voice. I want to hear people tonight who are ready to take the name of Jesus. As for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. No matter what men bring to me. Oh, Shalabayonos. Shalamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamayanamay Oh, can we begin to have koinonia tonight? Can we begin to have koinonia tonight? Can I hear people tonight who want to speak mysteries? Batoko batakatayada. Esheteke batoko batayada. I'll make room for two. You are all that matters. Lift up your hands to Jesus. The power of God is so heavy in this place. The spirit of the prophetic. Now begin to talk to God. Now begin to tell him what you need. Open up your mouth and let him fill you. Out of the belly, out of your belly shall flow rivers of living waters. Can you open up your mouth tonight? What will I live for?
All road leads to new budget supplies. From now until Christmas, big discounts and super bargains. Gauge up to 25% off. 20% off UPVC French windows. 10% off tiles. Decorative hardboard. $1,999. Bargains on slat wall, form ply, dress ply, lumber, steel, and lots more. Open every Sunday until Christmas. 195 Hackleburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New budget supplies. Always the best prices.
You are all that matters. Everybody sing it. Oh, oh.
Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back to Rebel Radio. And we have with us now the Mayor of Morant Bay, Councillor Williams, Councillor Hubert Williams. Mr. Williams, are you there with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I hope you are okay this evening.
Yeah, I'm doing well.
What's happening tell us what is happening in Morant Bay, man. What is happening in Morant Bay right now?
All right, good evening to you and the listeners.
Yes.
Morant Bay, have been, behind for a while.
Yes.
So what we are doing now, we are trying to get Morant Bay on the move. Like, for example, we are trying to make the market a bit more comfortable for its vendors. We're trying to create some more vending space. We are trying to create some more parking space because we're trying to get some law and order in the town of Morant Bay. We are going to bring fireworks to St. Thomas, to Morant Bay on the 18th of December. Because Morant Bay needs some excitement, needs some, commerce and activity, and so forth. So we are doing a lot to get the town on the move.
Okay. What is the how is the road repairs impacting traffic into your town?
Well, it has a huge negative effect on the parish and traffic on a whole. The work is done without any real management, and because there is no real management for the road, it's become a nightmare. As I said before, this road condition have create more damage to the people of St. Thomas than what the coronavirus pandemic did. So the road is a serious hindrance to, production and productivity in the parish.
Wow, that is bad news. And then what are the contractors saying? What are they trying to do to make the situation better?
Well, the contractors, I would say SNG is the only contractor that I see making some positive move to try to create reasonable surface for the residents to drive on. We understand that it's not going to be perfect. Yes. We understand that we have to be willing to face some discomfort. Mm-hmm. But it just reach a level where it's just too bad. The roads are so big. Just imagine cars have been stuck in the middle of a main road, stuck. Mm-hmm. So it's really bad. It's really bad, and it's really affecting the economy because nobody comes to Morant Bay anymore. Yeah. And, because of the condition of the road. It's a sad situation for people living in St. Thomas at this time.
That is very bad news. And tell us, what is how is the crime problem in Morant Bay?
Well, in Morant Bay per se, Morant Bay is pretty safe. I don't want to use the word safe like I'm overusing it, but we have a low crime rate in Morant Bay, and we are trying to keep it that way. In St. Thomas as a whole, you have like the Bull Bay leg and the Seaport leg that we have in some problem. But outside of that, if you don't have a lot of crime in Morant Bay,
Yes. Yeah.
Our St. Thomas as a whole.
Okay. And some development is I saw where the government has taken steps for some improvement and development in the parish. The outside of the road condition,
there's a proposed urban center.
Yes.
That's supposed to be built. The jury is out on that in terms of what impact, positive impact or economic impact that is, create in the parish. Because, the urban center is a little bit outside the township of Morant Bay.
Yes.
So, people are saying, how are we going to deal with that? But I'm saying we welcome any development, but, a development can be effective or it can be efficient. We have to strive for efficiency.
Yes.
And I think, there are other things that we could do to really create real economic impact in our space.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so, for example, there's just so much in terms of skills development, develop human being or human being capital, human capital, just because a lot of people in St. Thomas, a lot of youths, are not trained, even though they are trainable because they leave school with, 4 CXC, 5 CXC, and even more. But even a youth with 2 CXC, it speaks that they are trainable. So we want to really train our young people because If you look at every nation that have really, gained some real success, real development, what they they first invest in their people. So I think what we really need to do is invest in our people, because one of the things about the urban center, they're talking about all the jobs, call center jobs and so forth. And those jobs they're not really going to change people's lives. It's a job, yes, it's an income. And we appreciate that. But what we really want to do, we want to change people's financial situation, make people's life better. And we have to strategic and tactical in doing so.
Yes.
And I don't think the government have been pinpoint where that is concerned.
Yes. Earlier this year, there were issues of land issues in the parish. Are those matters settled?
No, those matters are definitely not settled. Like, for example, we have a lot of squatter settlement, a so-called squatter settlement in St. Thomas. Large squatter settlement with good house and these squatter settlement. But I think the authorities haven't pushed forward to really get these squatter settlement regularized. And I think, that's something that we have to do for real economic development, because most Jamaicans' wealth are in their home. A large part of their wealth are in their home.
Yes.
So we have to, try to resolve that situation.
Okay. And so what are the plans going forward to address those squatter settlement? What are some of the plans that you are looking at?
Well, we have to be reminded that the whole land issue is run mainly by central government.
Yeah.
So I basically can just lobby on behalf of the residents of St. Thomas. But in terms of the real policy issues, it has to be central government.
Yes.
Yeah, situation, yeah.
And there were some land issue with farmers too. Farmers were complaining that.
Well, that is it, because what happened now, the farmers, the situation, I'm very intimate with that, because I farm on those land, because I'm a trained agriculturalist, myself. So there's a situation where farmers have been run off the land in order to facilitate big boys, big corporations,
Yes.
It's vulture capital at its best,
So what has been done to address the issue with the farmers?
Well, we have been, farming groups and, try to have a load price out there and try to, organize ourselves in terms of leasing portion of the land and stuff like that. But, you have the greater powers and, even though you're doing that, you see the land being slowly been taken away,
Yes.
So it's a situation that we have to deal with over time. It's a process, and we're just dealing with it day by day. But at the moment, there's nothing definitive to speak about. But as I said, as I just said, we are organizing ourselves and talking to the relevant bodies.
Okay. And your last one, I also saw where you lost one member of your council earlier this year too.
Yes, we have lost Deputy Mayor Raj,
yes,
who I have served with for approximately 10 years. As I said at the funeral, we have lost a great human being.
Yes.
He was one of those individuals that is very unique in terms of get along well with people on both sides of the political divide. When you go to his division, he represents the GLP. Run on the GLP speaking, but I can tell you one thing: when you're doing your canvassing, a lot of people in the Trinity space will say, "Boy, Ral is a JLP, but he's my friend. I support him in the local government election." And as I said, it really speaks volume to the man, life that he have lived, because for people to speak about you like that, both on both sides, you must be doing something right. You must at least be a good human.
Yes. Okay. So, politically, is it that there are rumors and there are suggestions on the ground that local government elections are, they are due now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, and there are, as I said, arguments on the ground that they are about to be called soon. It's what is your information? What is your information on that?
This one?
The local government elections.
Yes. So you're saying that there are rumors or arguments on the ground that they're going to be called this month?
No, not this. Well, I don't know when.
In the near future?
Yes, yes.
Well, I can speak to myself and to my caucus, the PNP caucus. Whenever elections are called, we are ready. We have been constantly getting ourselves ready, understanding that we don't have control over the date. So we don't ensure that ourselves are ready. But I don't believe the Andrew Holness administration is willing to call an election at this time. I would make such a mistake in calling an election at this time because I think the Jamaican people are on the mark. Well, I get set and ready to vote. The country, have not been managing well. They have not been managing the country well, and I just think the Jamaican people are just fed up of the corruption and the poor governance that we have been facing. Mm. And I think Prime Minister is very much conscious of that, and at this time I think he have to try to do some fixing before he call an election. Mm-hmm. You have to remember that credit to Prime Minister, he's not a political novice. Yes. He has some real political experience. So I don't think he would do that at this time. However, we are ready. And whenever he call election, I can speak to the PNP caucus for St. Thomas, which I'm the chairman of.
Yes.
We be ready to continue our leadership in St. Thomas Municipal Corporation. And I can tell you one thing, the people need us because we come with a difference. We come with a more progressive agenda.
Okay.
That the people, will see some real change in their life.
Yes. But St. Thomas, one of the issue with St. Thomas is that it is one of the parishes that the development process, it is behind the development process. I mean, for example, you have that is a parish that has the facilities. No, not the facilities, but it has the natural.
The natural resource.
Yes, for tourism and for other development.
You go heritage and tourism. But I want to say something. You see, time is the master of all, and I think it's no St. Thomas time. I think I can speak for Western St. Thomas, which I reside in. We have been, experiencing poor leadership for a number of years. And because of that poor leadership and, as I said before, with a lazy member of parliament, little or no progress that have been made over the years, over the last 2 decades.
Yeah.
I think the people are now, reached at a position where they have been wise enough. Because, over the last 20 years, if you look at the numbers or the stats rather in Jamaica, a lot of like the percentage increase in the amount of youths that start to access tertiary education have been dramatically increased. Mm-hmm. And because of that, you have people with a wider scope of thinking at the time, and I think that's going to be a backfiring effect. Cause a backfiring effect for the present member of parliament, because now you have more intelligent people who would really sit down and analyze what you have done over the last 2 decades. Because a man can't come with no excuse, when he have been leading for 2 decades, It's little or no excuse he can come with, because over 20 years there's supposed to be some real monument, some real policies that you have been able to implement over those years.
Yes.
So I think the time is now where we're going to start some significant, whether political change or developmental change. I think the time is now.
Tell us something. What about, so for example, what about the water supply situation in Western St. Thomas?
Well, St. Thomas may have the most water in Jamaica, you know.
Yes.
Our bodies of water, you know. And at the same time, large portion of the parish doesn't have any running water. There are places that in the parish that don't have any water for 6 months.
You mean that?
Which is very sad.
Yes.
I really don't have any area that I represent in my division that has that problem, because that would sit well with me.
Yes.
And I wish the member of parliament would have the same, believe and, but what really go wrong, when you have a situation that the representative doesn't visit the space or doesn't live in the space, doesn't have any immediate family or relatives that live in the space or share the space, they don't really able to share with it, or recognize the day-to-day suffering of the people. So that is what it's a chronic problem that we have been experiencing here in St. Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, we have a very primitive setting in St. Thomas, and I don't say that proudly, but the next situation that we have is a situation of brain drain. A lot of our youths, when they go to Kingston, to go to university, they don't come back. That is no job here.
Okay.
The reality.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well,
the road development should open up St. Thomas when that is completed. I know it is.
Well, yes, and I think, yeah, but you see, the road development could be the road to development.
Yes.
And I will agree with that. And I only hope that the situation. But again, the mediocre work that we have been experiencing, I don't know how you're gonna, I really don't know how long these roads gonna hold up because of that situation.
Yes.
Because remember now, the local contractors, we don't believe they're doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
SNG is the one that I believe in my, and most residents would say, yes, they're doing a great job. But they have a major problem. They are the worst when it comes to safety. They will just dig out a hole and don't cordon off it properly, and people just run into it, a car just drop into it. They have that problem as well. So we're really facing a serious situation here in St. Thomas.
Oh, that's very, 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 very bad news, man. And
but the struggle go on, the fight go on, and as I said, we still have to do our best. We, the people who believe in St. Thomas, have to really work hard and buckle down and get the job done. And I'm willing to do so. My team is ready to do so. So we just have to do what we have to do.
Okay.
Right? So.
Yes. Well, Mayor, it was very, 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 we had a very interesting discussion. I want to thank you very much for discussing with us on Rebel Radio, and I would like you to understand and know that our platform is open for discourse from all those who are involved in the development of the community and the parishes everywhere. So this is our first talk, and I will endeavor to talk to you again to keep us informed.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me, and good evening again to all your listeners.
Thank you very much, Mayor Hubert Williams of Morant Bay. He just kept us informed on what is happening in the parish, as far as development is concerned. This is Rebel Radio.
All road leads to new budget supplies. From now until Christmas, big discounts and super bargains. Gauge up to 25% off. 20% off UPVC French windows. 10% off tiles. Decorative hardboard. $1,999. Bargains on slat wall, form ply, dress ply, lumber, steel, and lots more. Open every Sunday until Christmas. 195 Hackleburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New Budget Supplies. Always the best prices.
Island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it.
No dash, no paper, no dash, no plastic. Dispose your garbage responsibly. No know how to recycle, learn it quick. And if you drop it, better pick up every piece of it. Plastics last forever, don't forget the bits. Cause when them touch the street, them end up in the sea. Collect pan the reef where they fish them feed. And when you want seafood, I eat your
Keep
eat.
we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. No dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up
Lord Jesus. May I tell you, my God, you're just sweet. Yeah? So I could take it to them, yeah?
so sweet. My God is sweet, so sweet. My God is sweet, so sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. Hey, him so sweet, he make me want to lick my finger. And when him pour him blessing, him me can get more. And him alone can make me skin want catch a fire. Call me greedy if you want a God will me drink water. My God is sweet, so sweet. My God is sweet, so sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. Hey, if more want food, him put food on my table. And if me sick and want some healing, God is here. But not to mention if me have some tribulation, God will take them, all of them, and give me satisfaction. My God is sweet, so sweet. My God is sweet, so sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. Hey, sweeter than cooked food, sweeter than yogurt. Sweet, so sweet, him not got turn you in a fool. My God is so sweet, you gotta come and get some of him. Yeah, 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 yeah. My God is sweet, so sweet. My God is sweet, so sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet, God is sweet. Hey, him so sweet, he make me want to lick my finger. And when him pour him blessing, him me can get more.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Jesus came into my life early one Sunday morning. He said, woman, what you doing? Take up your bed and walk. See, I was going through some trials and tribulation, too much frustration. Yeah, you see, I'm running and I'm jumping and I'm skipping and I can't stand still. You might say that I'm a man woman. Yeah, I'm just a glad woman, feeling the spirit of the Holy Ghost. Yes, I'm just a glad woman. Yeah. That's why I'm running and I'm jumping and I'm skipping and I can't stand still. See, I was so all alone, my life turned upside down. Yeah, nothing to eat, and I'm jumping and I'm skipping and I can't stand still. Whoa, yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, Jesus came into my life early one Sunday morning. He said, woman, what you doing? Take up your bed and walk. Whoa. See, I was going through some trials and tribulation, too much frustration. Now I'm running and I'm jumping and I'm skipping and I can't stand still. You might say that I'm a mad woman. No, yeah. I'm just a glad woman feeling the spirit of the Holy Ghost. Oh, yeah. That's why I'm running and I'm jumping and I'm skipping and I can't stand still. He's a healer, he's a preacher, he's a teacher, he's a awesome God. Yes, he's a healer, he's a preacher, he's a teacher, he's a...
Oh, boy, when you want to listen to music to comfort your soul, you must come to Rebel Radio. We are preparing now for Racing Business, Big Business. Remember, that comes up at 5:30. Dr. Paul, are you there? Doc? We're just trying to have a word with Dr. Paul. You know, he's the host of Racing Business, Big People's Business. Dr. Paul. Hello, Dr. Paul.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We just.
Yes.
Yes. We just. I just want to be assured that you are there and you'll be ready for us at 5:30.
Yes, but nobody hearing me.
Yeah, I am here. No, I am hearing you. I'm talking to you now. I'm just making sure that we are okay for 5:30. Right? So now that you are hearing me, Dr. Paul.
That's Christ.
All right. We just it's okay, Dr. Paul. You are okay. We'll call you back at 5:30. Okay? All right. Okay.
Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Jamaica get movie. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. One more time now. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Just eat right. Love your body, treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right. Listen up.
Treat your body right. Love your body, treat your body right.
He's on my knee, yeah. He's on my knee, yeah, yeah, yeah. He's on my knee, yeah, yeah. He's on my knee, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jamaica.
Best decision ever.
Feel the sand between your toes and the gentle waves of the sea on your skin. Feel the warm Jamaican breeze lift your spirits and nourish your soul. Escape to exactly what makes your heart beat. You will love every moment. Jamaica, heartbeat of the world. Let's go.
We don't care what nobody wants to say. As long as the father sit on the throne, we can't, we want dead be hungry. I will not suffer. I will not beg no bread. You hear what me say? God is my provider. I will not beg no bread. You know the reason why? Him and me daddy, oh. Him and me daddy, oh. Him and me daddy, oh. Jesus and me daddy, oh. When I need peace, is Jehovah Shalom. When I'm sick in my body, yeah, He is Jehovah Rapha. You know that my God is my provider. And I won't ever beg no bread, no. Him and me daddy, oh. Him and me daddy, oh. Him and me daddy, oh. Jesus and me daddy, oh. When I need to chill, yeah, He is Jehovah Shalom. When I am hungry, He is Jehovah Jireh. Don't you know that God is my provider? I will not beg no bread, no. Him and me daddy, oh. Him and me daddy, oh. Him and me daddy, oh. Jesus and me daddy, oh. Check this. Bless me papi, oh. Bless me papi, oh. Bless me papi, oh. Jesus is me papi, oh. Check. Jesus is my deliverer. Jesus is my deliverer. Jesus is my deliverer. I know 'cause He delivered me. When I was sick, He delivered. My bills to pay and He delivered. Jesus is my deliverer. I know 'cause He delivered me. You know the reason why? Him and me daddy, oh. Him and me daddy, oh. Oh, yeah. Him and me daddy, oh. Jesus and me daddy, oh. Hey. Him and me daddy, oh. Ooh, him and me daddy, oh. You know, him and me daddy, oh. Jesus and me daddy, oh. You didn't hear? Jesus and me daddy, oh. You didn't get what I said? Jesus and me daddy, oh. Yeah, Jesus and me daddy, oh. Yeah.
What do you think about Jesus? Oh, what do you think about Jesus? Here we go right now. He's all right. All right. All right. Give me Jesus in the morning. You give me Jesus in the evening. Every minute of the day. Give me Jesus. He's my reason for living. He's my source of survival. Every minute of the day.
Do it for your best life. Wait. Go check your HIV status. Wait. So keep your life trending, no pretending. Me I tell yourself do it for you, do it for you. Every time you are link with a condom. Coulda husband, coulda wife, coulda be a random. Condom connect and protect your profile. Be your own fan, do it for your best life. Do it for your best life. Do it. Don't put yourself at risk. Condom connect every time. Do it for your best life. Do it.
All of the people out there, we are blaspheme against the Almighty God. This one is to make you know, say, God, man, a man. So be careful what you say about the Almighty One. Sure. Me say, leave God business alone. You feel leave God business alone. If you spit in the sky, it will fall in your eye. Leave God business alone. God is a mighty God. He's an awesome God. God is a jealous God. He's a powerful God. I him put him power in Moses wrong. So leave God business alone. You can leave God business alone. Me say to leave God business alone. If you spit in the sky, it will fall in your eye. So leave God business alone. My God is so high, you can't get over him. So low, you can't get under him. So wide, you just can't get around him. So leave God business alone. You feel leave God business alone. Me say feel leave God business alone. If you spit in the sky, it will fall in your eye. So leave God business alone. Sure, man a go on like the bad, but man a man and God a God. Whether you happy or you sad, man to stop, go on like the bad. Man a man, God a God. Man a man, God a God. Whether you happy or you sad, man to stop, go on like the bad. Leave God business alone. You feel leave God business alone. If you spit in the sky, it will fall in your eye. So leave God business alone. God is a mighty God. He's an awesome God. God is a jealous God. He's a powerful God. I him put him power in Moses wrong. So leave God business alone. Why you not leave God business alone? You feel leave God business alone. If you sit in the sky, it will fall in your eye. So leave God business alone.
Yeah. Lord, Lord, Lord. Let go, let God control your mind. If you try to make it on your own, you'll be wasting your time. Let go and let God control your mind. Cause if you try to make it on your own, you're only wasting your time.
Take your burden to the Lord and leave it there. Cast them all on the Master cause he cares. When you trust in God, there is no need to fear. He'll make a way even when there seems to be no way. So whatever you're going through, all you got to do, put your trust in God because he cares. He's a God that specializes in things which seem impossible. Are you ready for a miracle? So let go and let God control your mind. Cause if you try to make it on your own, you'll be wasting your time. Whoa. Let go and let God control your mind. Cause if you try to make it on your own, you'll be wasting your time. Sometimes you feel alone and there's no one to call on.
To new budget supplies From now until Christmas, big discounts and super bargains. Hey, up to 25% off. 20% off UPVC French windows. 10% off tiles. Decorative hardboard. $1,999. Bargains on slat wall, form ply, dress ply, lumber, steel, and lots more. Open every Sunday until Christmas. 195 Hackleburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New budget supplies.
We are living in a difficult time, but please don't worry and fret. For what is to be must be, and what is for you you'll get. Let the Lord be your salvation, and you will not regret. Lift up your hands and praise Him. Lift up your hands and praise Him. In spite of all the circumstances, come let us pray all day. Come let us pray all night. That everything will be alright. 2 Timothy 3 verse 1. Perilous time shall come. Do you think that this was a riddle? Idle jesting, joke or fun? Now you see the time has come. But please don't worry and fret. Lift up your hands and praise Him. Lift up your hands and praise Him. In spite of all the circumstances, come and let us pray all day. Come let us pray all night. That everything will be alright. In spite of the high inflation, please don't worry and fret. In spite of the deregulation, please don't worry and fret. In spite of the killing and stealing, please don't worry and fret. War rumors and backbiting, please don't worry and fret. Lift up your hands and praise Him. Lift up
Hello?
your hands and praise Him. In spite of all the circumstances,
I'm not seeing a picture. Do I need a picture?
let us pray all day. Come let us pray all night.
Okay. So tell me when you're ready to start. You introduce me and then I go.
In spite of all the circumstances, come let us pray all day. Come let us pray all
Wait
night.
till I do. And I push up the door so I can lock down this.
Ready for him. Yes. Welcome back to Rebel Radio. And it is time for Racing Business, Big People Business, with Dr. Paul Wright, the noted race horse man. Dr. Paul?
I'm here and ready to give the program Racing Business, Big People Business on Rebel Radio.
Yes, sir.
Am I on?
Yes, of course. Go ahead.
Good?
Yes.
Okay, good. We have 10 races on tap on Saturday. All sprint races. The longest race on Saturday will be over 6 furlongs. And it is the Speedbirds getting their time after the excitement of the Mute Mile and the brand October sale on Sunday. We're coming back down now to the Speedbirds. 10 races on tap, and we're going to be starting at 11:20. The first race, hopefully, we'll be able to run the last race, race number 10, before nightfall, if we get these races off on time. The first race on the program is over 10 furlongs. It's over 10 horses will be in this race, going 5.5 furlongs or 1,100 meters. Optional claiming here, 200 to 250,000 claimers. We have 10 going to the post, and my top 4 in the first race. Let's go and get them down now and write them down. Number 1, Buckle Up. Samantha Fletcher in the saddle. She rides this one for Mikey McIntosh, and Samantha is really riding very well. She never ever gives up, and so she must be in your exotic bets. Next one up is number 5, Avery Loose Cannon. Javanil Patterson in the saddle for Andrew McDonald. This one should be the favorite, but there is a little rumor that this one might be having some issues. We'll hear more about that tomorrow morning in the first, when we get the information from the park. Number 7, Diligent with Robert Hallidine. Hardball, Stephen Up with Stephen Todd. And number 8, Smarty Tradition. Paul Country Francis riding for Ryan Darby, and this combination has proven to be very successful. So in the first race, 5.5 furlongs for the 200 to 250,000 claimers. My top 4, number 1, Buckaluck, number 5, Loose Cannon, number 7, Diligent, and number 8, Smarty Tradition. Loose Cannon is by far the best horse in this race. However, there are rumors coming out of the park that Loose Cannon has some issues and might not be going to the post. In that case, Diligent with Robert Hallidine gets my bet to be the rest of this field if Loose Cannon doesn't start. If Loose Cannon comes to the races and looks good, then Loose Cannon would be the firm favorite and would be my selection. The second race in the program is over 300 meters straight. This is a sprint race, what we call in the old days, we would call this a quarter horse race, but it's only over 600 meters or 3 furlongs. This race for 5-year-olds and up, the claiming group, 150 to 180,000. And folks, these claimers have not earned $140,000 since August of this year. 13 horses have been declared in this one, and we have all the betting opportunities available for you. Double Exacta, Quinella, Trifecta, Superfecta, and High Five. And please remember that lucrative rolling triple. In the second race, I have my top 4 horses in race number 2. Number 1, Time to Say Goodbye. That lady again, Samantha Fletcher. She's knocking at the door to have multiple winners on one race day and keep her on the right side. She rides this one for Donovan Russell, who has taken the visor off, put the blinkers on, and Samantha is able to claim 2 of 52 to go in 50 kilos. Next one up is number 4, 4,000, with Jerome Minnis, riding for Patrick Fong down here at 180. Doesn't belong at 180 and should be able to be the favorite and get away from this crowd. Number 10, Freedom for Eds. Natalie Berger for Stedman Curtis. And over the straight 5, the outside horses have a distinct advantage. And Natalie Berger is one of those jockeys, this lady jockey, who keeps dead straight. And that is very important in a 3-furlong race or a 600 meters race. And Sedan, number 12 with Shane Richardson. He goes at 51.5 kilos for Tenzan Chong, who trains with the Delcar stables. And Tenzan, when he comes serious, he is serious. So in race number 2, my top 4, number 1, Time to Say Goodbye. Number 4, 4,000, the favorite. Number 10, Freedom for Eds. And number 12, Sedan. I believe the favorite is better than this group. Coming back down here to 180, Jerome Minnis should have his 7th win of the year, and this time for Patrick Fong, who will also be looking at his 7th victory in 2022. So it's 4, 1, 10, 12 in that order. Race number 3 is a little longer, 900 meters or 4.5 furlongs. Still up the straight, and this is for the 5-year-olds and up who have not won 3 races for the year. The imported ones must be non-winners of 2. This time, not a big field, only 9 horses go to the post this time, but we have all the betting opportunities as well. The Pick 4 starts here. And you remember the Pick 4, you have the winners of the races 3, 4, 5, and 6, and you can get in your bets early and do very well. So my top 4 in this 4.5 furlong, 900-meter race. Number 1, Arandero, Lester Piggott, O'Mullings. He rides this one for Anthony Smith, who trains for Paul Lumsden. Paul Lumsden is from the Lumsden group, and they have horses with the Parchment group, but I don't see Parchment trading any horses recently, and Anthony Smith seemed to have these horses. And this one, a winner the last time out in September at 8-5 with Lester Piggott in the saddle. He's back here again. Keep Quarandero on the right side. Number 6, Duke of Springs. Philip Parchment and Tenzan Chong keeping up for this one. And Tenzan usually comes to 2 or 3 winners on a race day. So keep this one. Blinkers has been put on by Tenzan and should run very well. Papito with Anthony Thomas and Alfred Brown teaming up for this one. That will be the favorite. And on the outside, make sure that you have number 9. Wifey Says So, with Aaron Chatri and Ian Prasad teaming up here. Aaron has been riding this horse since early September. He has rode it over the 5 straight on 2 occasions and just lost on the first occasion. Didn't do so well when he went non-winners of 3 with Last Lick and Papito. Papito is here again, but Aaron Chatri in the saddle this time comes back with the same weight. Papito in that race goes up another kilo. So the race is between Quarandero, Duke of Springs, Papito, and Wifey Says So. The outside draw is the better draw, and I think Aaron Chatri, holding down his head, he is a determined man. I'm going to be selecting number 9, Wifey Says So, to get the better of Papito, Duke of Springs, and Time to Say Goodbye in race number 3. The 4th race, continuing in the Speed Fest, Summit of Speed is what the book has this one. This one is on the round, 5.5 furlongs or 1,100 meters. This one is for the War Zone Sprint Trophy. In order of that, multiple winners went over plenty distance and a Triple Crown winner, and they'll be honoring War Zone on Saturday. The Pick 5 starts here, and we have betting opportunities, double exacta, trifecta, superfecta, and rolling triple. We only have 8 starters here in the 4th race. Here are my top ones. Number 1, Talona. USA bred, Yuval Pinnock rides here for Philip Fiani. This horse won with Yuval Pinnock easily back in February and has not done anything since, but Yuval seems to get the best out of this horse. So put that one in your exotic bets. Number 2, Luxal. Robert Halladine teaming up here with Jason Acosta. He seems to be getting all the choice rides there. Number 3, Princess Shooting Star, the big favorite, Anthony Thomas, and joining here with Philip Fiani. Lester Piggott rode this one the last time out, was an easy winner at 50 kilos. At 53, Philip Fiani has gone for Anthony Thomas. He's the champion jockey. He's now level with Dane Dawkins, and he wants to be the champion jockey. So you know that this one is going to get every ounce of fiber from Anthony Thomas as he drives to the wire. And number 8, Kevin Foster and Anthony Nunes, Ruby is the one. Forget that run the last time out with Dick Cardenas. Ruby is the one is better than we think, well drawn on the outside, and therefore will be running the race of its life. 1, 2, 3, and 8. I think Princess Shooting Star we have not seen the best of this one, and I'm giving Anthony Thomas another victory, especially in this race, as he's trying to get back in the champion's leg and beat Dane Dawkins, who had many winners in front of him, but Anthony Thomas is really riding very well. We come now to race number 5. 5 furlongs round, or 1,000 meters round, a restricted maiden condition race for native-bred 4-year-olds only. We have 9 4-year-olds who have never won a race, and just to remind you that the Twilight 6 starts here. All the betting opportunities are available again, and my top 4 here in race number 5. Number 1, Absolute Blue. Who is in the saddle? Samantha Fletcher. Keep this lady on the right side. She comes home at very long odds when we least expect it. Never leave her out. Number 3, Silver Soul. Ryan Lewis for Lawrence Fremantle. He has gone off the boil a little bit. He's been riding very well. Winners every day. Seems to be getting back his mojo, and keep him on the right side. Number 5, Flame Carrier with Javanil Patterson. And number 7, Solomia. And number 5, a Flame Carrier in this one. So my top 4 here, 1, 3, 4, and 5. 1, Absolute Blue. 3, Military Shot with Anthony Thomas and Stephen Todd teaming up for this one. Silver Soul with Ryan Lewis, and Flame Carrier with Javanil Patterson. Solomia will be the favorite, but I think this horse has a bad habit of walking out the box. Can't do that over 5 furlongs round from the outside draw, and I'm leaving out this one. So we have 1, Absolute Blue, 3, Military Shot, 4, Silver Soul, and 5, Flame Carrier. Let me repeat. Anthony Thomas is going to do everything in his power to be the champion jockey. He's now level with Dane Dawkins. He has some good rides today. I have him on a winner already, but with this one at a nice price, my Cook Food Special for tomorrow in the fifth race. In the fifth race, number 3, Military Shot. That's my Cook Food Special to get the better of Flame Carrier, Silver Soul, and Absolute Blue. We now turn to race number 6. And this one, in keeping with the Sprint Summit that we have, all these races will be sprint races. This one is the longest of them all. The 6th race, 6 furlongs, or 1,200 meters. First 6 allowance 3 for native bred 5 years and up. They must be non-winners of 4. 11 horses declared here, and we have a late non-starter. Word from the track is that number 9 is a late non-starter, Samantha Fletcher, not having a ride in this race as she was declared to ride Gorgeous Gift. I can tell you confidently tomorrow, Gorgeous Gift number 9 in race number 6 will be a late non-starter. Here are my top 4 in the 6th race. Number 1, 777 with Jordan Barrett. Number 5, Buzz Assault with Radish Roman. He's getting back in form, so keep a good eye on this one. Number 6, XY Soul with Roger Hewitt. He has some good rides tomorrow. Keep a lookout for Roger Hewitt. And on the outside, number 11, Shania Express. Who is that? Aaron Chatry, widest of all, on the fastest of all in the 6th race. My firm selection is the best drawn horse, the fastest horse, number 6, Chennai Express. Let's hope we can get even money for this one. But this one should be able to get the better of number 5, Buzz Assault, and number 6, XY Soul, and number 1, 777. We're coming up now to the Summit of Speed Trophy. This one is open allowance horses going 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters. The best of the best going over 6 furlongs. 7 of them declared here, and my top 4 in race number 7. Here are my top 4 in the 7th race. We're looking here, going to start now with number 2, Madeline Sunshine. That will be the favorite. Number 5, Duke, coming off that wonderful run the last time, maybe feeling a little it, but we'll see. Number 6, Alexa's Dream, and number 7, God of Love, the Speedball. Dane Dawkins is riding God of Love. So we have 2, 5, 6, and 7 as the bed ones. Madeline Sunshine is by far the fastest of them all, and Jason Acosta has given this one to Omar Walker. I think this one is a banker on your paper, and I'd like you to know that Madeline Sunshine is a good banker in the races tomorrow. We now come to the 8th of 10 races on Saturday. This one for the babies. The 2-year-olds, and these are the ladies, we're going over a journey of 5 furlongs round. The Sunnyside Stakes, and this one, we see the best ladies in the land sprinting around the corner and coming down the straight to see who will be the fastest lady of them all. Here are my top ones in race number 8. Number 4, True Identity. Make sure you have this one written down. Number 4 is True Identity. Number 6, Showgirl. That will be the favorite with Robert Halladine. Number 10, Bazinga. Anthony Thomas teaming up with Philip Fiani. Go a little tick beside this one. Number 12, Bosie. And number 13, that is the Bee's Knees, a little outsider. 4, 6, 10, 12, and 13. The favorite is a Showgirl, and that one should be much better than this field. And I'm selecting Showgirl to show them all the way home. But keep this one in mind. Look at that horse, Bazinga. First time starter, Anthony Thomas teaming up with the maestro, Philip Fiani. We come now to the Miracle Cure Sprint in honor of that fabulous sprinter from the band of Philip Fiani. This sprinter ran the Caribbean Sprint Championship back in the day, and we are honoring Miracle Cure in race number 9. This is for non-winners of 2, 3-year-olds, fillies only, and they go 5.5 furlongs. All the betting opportunities are available here, and here are my top horses in race number 9. Number 2, Gracefully Made. Number 3, 31 Kisses. Number 7, Best Daughter-in-Law, after that bad run the last time out, and give this one another chance. And number 8, She's Fantastic. 2, 3, 7, and 8. What did I tell you? Anthony Thomas is looking to be the champion. He rides this one for Al Brown, and this one should be able to show these all ladies a clean pair of heels and collect the Miracle Cure trophy. Miracle Cure Sprint, my firm selection is number 2, Gratefully Made. Here now we have to the 10th and final, the Dig Out Handicap. Ladies only, 3-year-old fillies, a maiden condition race. 16 horses coming down 5 furlongs straight. And what do you get? Another way to come out of debt. Thundering down, remember the outside horses have a good chance. And here are my top ones, my top 4 horses in the final sprint on the Sprint of Summer. Summer Sprint, Summit of Sprint on Saturday racing. Let's start. Number 4, ooh, so long. Andre Powell for Gear Sobriety. Badly drawn, but has speed. Number 9, Premier Identity. Dane Dawkins. Don't give up on Dane. He is going to do everything over Saturday and Sunday to get back in the Champions League, to be winners and to be leading at the end of the weekend. He rides this one for Howard Jagai. Number 13, Babylon Will Fall, O'Shane Nugent and Al Brown. And on the wide outside, the best drawn, the fastest one outside, Another Wave, Devin Foster and Tyrone Prince. 4, 9, 13, and 16 in the Dig Out Handicap. A nice little bet. Number 16, Another Wave, to get the better of these horses. 16 of them coming down the straight. This is your way to get out of debt in the Dig Out Handicap, the 10th and final on Saturday. Let's go over them for you now quickly. Let me give you the selections. In the first race, rumors about number 5, Loose Cannon. If she's absent, go with number 7, Diligent. In the second race, go for number 4, 4,000. In the third race, go for number 9, Wifey Says So. In the fourth race, go for number 3, the favorite, Princess Shooting Star. In race number 5, we're going to be going with number 3, Military Shot, the Cook Food Special. Anthony Thomas teaming up there with Stephen Todd. In race number 6, let's give you the winner of race number 6. And that will be, remember, number 9, Gorgeous Gift, the Leighton starter. The fastest horse is the best drawn at number 11, Shania Express, in race number 6. The Summit of Speed Trophy, over 6 furlongs, is race number 7. And my firm selection in this one is the favorite, number 6. And that favorite, number 6 in race number 8. Just turning the page quickly so I can give you is Showgirl, Hardball, Albert Halladine, and Jason Acosta teaming up for that one. In race number 9, my firm selection is number 2, Gracefully Made with Anthony Thomas. And in the 10th and final, let's go with number 16, Another Wave, Kevin Foster, giving a victory there to Tyrone Prince, who is looking for a second win this year. So be sure to go to the track, get in your bets early and often, and remember, this is racing business, big people business, on your number 1 station, Rebel Radio.
Oh, well, I hope the Turfites will walk away with their pockets filled with money tomorrow, Dr. Paul.
They will. Just make sure they listen to the races and take on the tips. Okay,
yes,
thanks again.
Thank you very much, Dr. Paul, right, for delivering those winners on racing business, big people business, and if you want to win money at the track tomorrow, you have to listen to Racing Business, Big People's Business on Fridays at 5:30 p.m. That is where you will get the winners, And we have Dr. Paul Wright, who, is very experienced and knows what is going on at the track. Well, we are about to end our programs for today. And for the week, we on air 3 days per week. That is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And we give you, try to keep you up to date on what is happening around the place, all over. Want to thank our guests for today. We had Reverend Roper. We had the mayor of Morant Bay. And we had Enrico Woolworth from Guyana, who brought us up to date on what is happening in the Guyanese society, And that is somewhere we have to keep our eyes on, what is happening in Guyana. Because lots of unsettling things are happening in Guyana at this time. And one would have thought that this is a time when, with the discovery of oil, that the efforts now would be focused on how to ensure that the people of Guyana start getting a better, more resources to make their lives important. But as it turns out to be, it would appear as if the political situation over there at the moment is heading for the wrong direction. Rebel Radio will keep you informed on what is happening over there. Another one of our Caribbean neighbors, Haiti. We haven't heard much news out of Haiti. We know that there's a lot of instability taking place over there right now. And we have to find out what is happening and keep you abreast of what is happening over there, because we want all of our neighbors to be having some peaceful environment at this time. Too much instability. We have lost so many lives in the Caribbean over the period, from slavery until now. Time for us to reap some success and, live in peace. We can only hope that things will, improve. Right at home, we too are having a lot of instability, high crime rates. Over 1,000 Jamaicans murdered since the start of this year. And the killings continue. The gunmen, they are out of control. Well, I want to wish all my listeners and viewers a safe weekend, safe and peaceful weekend. Drivers, be careful on the road. Too many lives, have been lost, right? So just be careful. Motorcyclists, pedestrians, drivers, be careful. And as I said, we'd like everybody to have a sound and peaceful weekend. Peaceful. Let us try and avoid the unnecessary conflicts. Let us just be kind to each other, be careful, and avoid all unnecessary problems. Let us try and keep the environment safe, look out for our brothers and sisters, and let us ensure that we spend this weekend safe. We are now in the Yuletide season, and we know. So let us let us enjoy ourselves and be safe, be kind to each other. I am Desmond Richards, and keep listening to Rebel Radio, the radio of the future. Good afternoon.
To fi cover up that. Sanitizer get hospitalized. Fight the virus, then fight for your life, yeah. Nobody talk about say you no response no more. Don't be reckless, cause your test say you not have, you can still get the virus from somebody. Don't be reckless, cause your test say you not have, you can still get the virus. So keep the numbers down, protect yourself and the people you're around. COVID in town, 6 feet apart and 6 feet in the ground. Keep the numbers down, protect yourself and the people you're around. COVID in town, 6 feet apart and 6 feet in the ground. Stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive, stay alive.
All road leads to new budget supplies. From now until Christmas, big discounts and super bargains. Gauge up to 25% off. 20% off UPVC French windows. 10% off tiles. Decorative hardboard. $1,999. Bargains on slat wall, form ply, dress ply, lumber, steel, and lots more. Open every Sunday until Christmas. 195 Hackleburg Road. Telephone 923-4560. New budget supplies. Always the best prices.